Alright, so welcome to Tyranny of Dragons here tonight. Let's see, our adventurers are making their way through Castle Naerytar, trying to put some pressure on the dragon cult and the horde itself, and try to gather as much of that from them as possible. Kind of upset them in the process. And potentially slay everything we can possibly get our fingers around. So that's always a positive thing. But first, kind of go over our announcements here real quick. Let's see, what do we have? We have our next stream is on Wednesday for Civil War Empire. They are headed to Stormhome Keep after a bit of bad luck the most recent couple of days through False Harbor and Lomera. Then after that, we're not going to be back live until Monday for this campaign, Tyranny of Dragons, next week. However, we do encourage you to come around and hang out with us for D&D replay, and check us out over on the YouTube channel for YouTube Friday as well, to kind of catch up on all the recent games that we have played. After Tyranny next week, we will have Amongst the Giants returning on May 9th. Civil War Alliance is back on May 12th after their 3-week hiatus. And then Ascension returns to now the bi-monthly schedule on Mother's Day, May 13th. And lastly, we are still working really, really hard to get everything prepared for this upcoming one-shot that we hope you guys enjoy. Should be pretty interesting and fun once we get it all sorted out, but we got to get there first. It's going to take just a little bit of work. Is everybody ready over here?
I'm ready.
To get a drink.
Who did?
Yes.
The most important person, the DM.
Okay. Who is that? Okay. Alright, so we'll wait on Havoc to get back, and then we will get up and running. Get our game started here. Do you have an open mic, Scott?
All right, I'm back.
Okay. Whenever you're ready.
Oh my god, you take so long.
I had to get water.
Has Scott replied to anybody in here yet?
I'm here.
Okay. You have an open mic, I think.
An open mic?
Yeah, I can kind of hear everything that is going on.
Oh, here we go.
I can hear everything. All right, everybody about ready?
Yep. Waiting on you.
Ready to rock.
Yep.
Yep. Also here.
Sweet. Alrighty, let me get recap open and we'll start. Anarchy in the Castle. That is an apt title for today. Alrighty. So, last session, session 15, you all started off by venturing up the stairs in the Bullywug barracks, only to find 3 more Bullywugs that seem to be protecting another chest. You were able to dispatch them fairly easily, but not before one of them let off a weak cry from a horn that seemed to be made of some bone that he had at his belt. You waited, but ultimately nothing seemed to have heard the distress call. You searched the chest in the room and found lots of mundane goods that seemed to be offered to the bullywugs as payment. You clearly knew that these items were not worth much, regardless if the bullywugs wanted them or not. After a bit more searching, you decided to set up an ambush for the bullywugs in the main hall of the first floor. You lured them in, with Max doing the luring, into the barracks in the guise of being under attack. The ambush worked, though some of the execution wasn't expertly handled, but you did proceed to slay them all. Afterwards, you decided to pick up the spears that had been tried to use in an impromptu attack by one of the members of the party, and you used these spears to start arming the lizard folk in the area as you prepared to assault the castle proper. After some more discussion and meeting with Snapjaw and a few others, you decided to send the lizard folk to take out the bullywugs at the castle gate that you entered through and keep reinforcements from entering the castle from outside. And you all, as the party, decided to assault the area that you knew held cultists. You went prepared, however, with Stone Skull finding a new mount in the form of a giant lizard that the lizard folk normally used as mounts to explore and patrol the swamp. You proceeded to bust down the doors leading to the supposed cult barracks and found something very different. While there were cultists, the group to the south saw mostly cooks just trying to prepare a meal, while the group to the north saw plenty of cultists, but they all seemed to be sorting out all the loot into new containers, and were very surprised to see you. The battle started, though it did seem to be in your favor for the most of it, only a few close calls. Stone Skull, sadly, lost his new giant lizard steed as the cultists ganged up on it. As the battle was progressing, two of the cultists were able to run away to the north of the large hall that you infiltrated, while you slayed the rest of them. You decided to give chase to these two and descended down some steps and into a large cavern. As you arrived in this somewhat deceptively large cavern, you heard some more bullywugs croaking to the east and decided to investigate it. With Stone Skull and Rogar both being invisible, thanks to Maximilian, you were able to somewhat get the drop on these two bullywugs who were patrolling the area. Stone Skull, wanting to chase down the cultists, kept going as the rest of you fought the bullywugs. Unfortunately, Stone Skull in his haste didn't see the mud coating the stairs that he stepped on and rolled down them, only to be surrounded by swarms of centipedes. After battling the bullywugs and Stone Skull trying to fight the centipedes, you all decided to group the centipedes together before attacking them all at once. This plan was very effective. After finishing off the rest of the centipedes that survived the planned attack, you moved to another stairwell that led into a massive cavern, your footsteps echoing all lightly around you. As you looked around the cavern, though you couldn't see anything, you got the distinct impression that you were being watched. And that will be where we start the session tonight. You are in this vast cavern. Looking out upon it, you see a few different pathways. Ignalia, with her dark vision, is able to see a little bit further than the rest of you. You do see that there's some water laying on the ground. Not quite able to tell exactly what's giving you that being watched feeling. But yeah, how would you like to proceed?
Was it you, Stone Skull, that had the torch?
I do, yes.
I'm going to... First, I want to, listen. Do I hear anything?
Yes. So as you stand there listening, actually, yeah, no. Mostly you just hear the sound of water dripping all around you, kind of the light movement of your feet across the cobblestone or across the stone under your feet kind of echoes around this large cavern, but don't really hear anything else.
kind of turn and look to the rest of the group. Do you feel like this is the way to Splatter Goo? What's his first name again? I can't pronounce it.
Farblacks, if I remember. Farblex.
Blacks, there it is. Should we continue this direction? Or should we check, more of this area before we venture further into this portion of the cavern?
Can I kneel down and just quickly look for any sign of tracks coming into the room?
Yeah, give me a nature check.
Nature or survive?
Either or.
God damn.
So as you look across the floor, you see some smudges through the mud. You see what you've seen previously, what appears to be the kind of large web feet of bullywugs, heading in every direction, to the west, to the north, to the south of you, as well as heading to the east, back into the room where the giant centipedes were. You also see mixed in with those some slightly smaller feet that seem to have the same webbed features, but they're different sizes.
No, this is definitely a domain for the beast, though I can't tell in any particular direction which way Splattergoop might be.
Do you all get the same sensation that someone's watching us? Or is that just me being paranoid?
I'd say
You're probably paranoid, but let's be safe. And I'm teasing you.
I'd say we're definitely being watched.
Well, let's suggest we keep moving forward then.
With them saying that they're feeling like we're actively being watched, Havoc, do I notice anything with my earth sense around me?
Give me a perception check. With advantage.
Oh,
Don't even need it.
So as you're feeling around with your earth sense, you feel slight movement coming from your south as well as to your west, both kind of at the edges of your quote-unquote vision.
so kind of down here and over here around the water?
Yeah, very far out, like I said, on the edges of your vision.
Okay, I'm just going to kind of whisper to the group. I don't know what there is, but there's something. Just kind of all around the edge of the water.
Then I say we all move together, quickly and with a purpose. Should we head along the cavern to the north side, or down below us to the south?
The north side is the clear side. It feels like a couple to the west and south.
Okay. Let's head to the west then. Aye.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll take your lead.
Oh, come on. My roll 20 is being kind of silly. It's real laggy for whatever reason. Doesn't like this map.
It's a large map.
Hold on. I see
I assume-
something.
I assume we're proceeding with caution also, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm
Yeah,
moving half speed right now. For every
I'm holding up a
turn.
hand for everyone to stop. Havoc, what am I seeing?
As you move forward and hold your hand up, you see what appears to be not quite as large as the one that Stone Skull was riding, but another giant frog. And as you kind of walk up and see it, and as you approach this kind of widening of the path in the water, the frog croaks loudly and splashes the water in front of it.
Another
Yeah.
large frog. I don't see anything hostile.
Everybody give me perception checks.
Is this listening or?
Yeah, listening.
Okay.
So you all easily hear as this one frog that Ignalia is pointing out croaks loudly. It echoes around the entire cavern and splashes the water. As it dies down, you hear a cacophonous, resounding sound of many more croaks resonating all around the cavern, almost in response to this one frog.
With that, I'm going to turn and say, we need to move quickly.
I
Follow me.
don't remember if I've
Sure.
used this.
This path doesn't proceed onward. It ends surrounded by water just up ahead.
Surrounded
You all
by water.
begin to hear what sounds like wading and splashing in the water somewhere in this cavern.
We need to
Up
go.
here
If you
is
can
the
see
dead
it,
end.
lead the way.
All right, let's head back and head onto the north side.
Don't move so quickly. I lose you.
And I'm just keeping an ear out for anything particularly close to us.
You hear lots of water moving around now somewhere to your south, though it's kind of hard to really discern because of all the echoing through the cave.
This path is opening up and heading away from the water.
Good. Let's get away from this water quickly.
Is there anything? Do we see anything unusual about this little hallway area?
As you move forward, you see in this hallway as you're moving up, the hallway itself doesn't look odd, but right at the edge of it, you see that, especially you, Ignalia, you see that the room is kind of full of mist. It seems like there's accumulating mist all on the bottom of this floor, spilling out to about 3 feet or so above the ground.
The rump up ahead is built with a form of mist. I can't tell of its origin. Could be trapped, it could just be natural.
Do you have any way to sense if it's magical?
I do. I will go within 30 feet. Alright, yeah, I'll go ahead and use Detect Magic.
Nothing begins to glow as you do that.
Alright, well, I'm concentrating on it for 10 minutes.
Okay.
I'll start moving into the tunnel.
I'm going to take a defensive stance up behind him as he does that. So you can
as
move
we
while you're
start
concentrating. Yeah, never mind.
going into the tunnel, I'm gonna kind of put my back up against the wall until Terry gets close. You get up. Is there any way that you could create a door for us? Seal this off. I have a feeling we might have people following you.
I'm going to imagine something this big's going to take some time, Havoc.
Yeah, you would have to not only go vertically up multiple feet, but it's at the smallest is at least 10 feet wide.
Here's what I actually want.
I am back.
Damien, get out of my way. Get past us. So right where Damien was, I'm going to actually use Move Earth to take out as much dirt as I can. So, what's that? I think it's 5 cubic feet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then I'm going to cast. I'm going to cast Earth and Bolt. and I am going to fire it just right down into the middle of the dirt in the hole that I made, so that there is now a spike sticking from the floor.
Okay.
I just want to create a little pitfall with a spike in it.
Okay.
And then I'm going to return to Max and shrug at him and say, best I could do with the time we have.
Hopefully it'll slow somebody down at least. Look, I think they're going to be, whatever's following us is not small.
There's a small stairway to our left here. The room just inside is also open, dead ahead and to the right.
The stairwell, what direction does it lead?
I can't really tell. Is that up or down, Havoc?
For what?
This stairwell over here.
It's leading down.
Down. All right. I'm gonna quickly take a peek in these other hallways.
As
This
you're
one-
all walking around this area with the mist kind of surrounding your feet, everybody give me perception checks based on hearing.
And my neighbors are super noisy today. That's cool.
Apparently I can't hear today either.
Apparently.
You're a pinball wizard.
Ignalia, Stone Skull, and Max, you all hear hushed whispering coming from your southwest.
The croaking gave us away.
With that, just nod. I think you're right. And bring your shield and sword up in front and start making my way towards the edge of the staircase.
I'm gonna take up near the front just for my vision.
Mm-hmm.
As you all begin moving forward, you all clearly hear the voices now that you're moving down the cavern. You hear what sounds like a almost tenured man voice saying, "They should be coming here soon. Let's go." And then you hear a multitude of footsteps begin moving towards you.
Let's quickly
I'm
back up.
gonna ready a spell on the stairwell that if anyone gets within 10 or 15 feet.
All right, everybody roll me stealth check.
Oh boy. Yeah.
I tapped religion.
All right, so as you all hear these voices and then footsteps coming towards you, you all begin to step backwards. But as you do, unfortunately, a few of you kind of stumble over the rocks and you hear a cry go up in this very mangled attempt at common, saying, "Something's here. Let's go." And at that point, I'm going to need you all to roll for initiative.
Yay. First catch of the day.
Hey, it wasn't a 3.
Hey, look at you.
Well,
Steve,
better
the mighty
than-
+4 at the bottom of the
Right.
score, bottom of the board again.
Mhm.
And Stone Skull is definitely... Wait, what's your dex? I'm pretty
Uh,
sure you have a modifier.
I have a 3.
Yeah, no, you definitely are before.
What's that sound I keep hearing?
It's Havoc. He's projecting his roll 20 noises to us.
Oh,
He's rolling things over and over and over and over again. Look at the turn order list.
all right. You could.
Is anyone
It's
counting the
okay.
beeps? I lost track
You
at,
can
like,
just
8.
look. You can just look. Scroll
Oh.
down.
I don't wanna.
Oh,
I
hey.
don't wanna. It's better to see it, not to hear it. Like I don't know why that makes it
Ooh,
worse.
shit. That guy thinks he's fancy. He got a hat.
Had a hat.
It's like
I
a
get to
frog
go
pope.
before some of them, I think.
It's like you were told something about a hat at some point last session.
Yeah, that's him, isn't it?
I can't tell. The turn order is so small, it looks like a really bad icon of the Black Knight.
Okay, now that that's all done, so you all hear, as you were trying to prepare for an attack, obviously you were heard, and you hear various footsteps charging your way.
That is not good.
Coming into your sight, coming up the stairs, is apparently one of the cultists that got away, charging you with a scimitar drawn.
Them's a lots of frogs.
All right, so you just hear a lot of footsteps trying to come up those stairs. Max, you're the first to react.
I'm gonna keep my spell ready. I'm imagining just twirling the antagonist in like a figure 8 motion. I'm going to take a step back to allow someone else to get in there should they choose to. And if anyone gets to this like right in front of Steve, I want to get ready my attack. The moment right before anyone gets in that space. Basically, I want to keep that space free.
Okay.
Makes sense.
So any space to the south of that one within 5
Yeah.
feet, you want to attack anything that gets there?
Yep.
Excellent.
What are you planning on using, Willie?
Shatter.
Okay. What's the limit?
20 feet.
But I mean, like, where could I safely move to?
That's why I'm drawing the line. So that way I can attack up into this spot. So drawing the line at the top of the stairs. So you can stand right in front of me. That was the thought anyway.
Okay.
Alrighty. This guy's gonna do a thing.
And Havoc, I don't know if it'll matter, but I still got detect magic going. If anyone on the staircase has anything, I believe that's about my range.
Yeah, right about there. You don't see anything.
Okay.
Good call. That's actually interesting. I didn't think about using detect magic like that.
Sorry, I'm being quiet, guys. I'm dealing with a noisy neighbor
Alright, you
today,
hear some
deciding to
distant
vacuum
chanting,
right now on the
once again,
hardwood
that very
floor.
poor imitation of
things.
common.
Yeah.
Voice very twisting and stumbling over the words. But you don't see anything else. 20. Crescendo on the sun, though. All right, just lots of footsteps and everything trying to head your way. Ignalia.
All right. Willie, just to double check, am I able to get up to like here safely, or is that too close?
I was thinking like this square and this square would be the ones that are like dragon tooth, like that.
Okay, so you're probably doing something like that.
Yep.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm going to. Yeah, I want to hold the spell. What is it? Dragon's Breath. Until they basically get to that same area, and then cast after Willie.
So y'all are looking at like this early area? Something like that?
Bringing it a little bit closer, actually.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to not move, and I'm just going to delay my turn until after Willie uses his spell.
Okay. So where were you looking? Like here-ish, Willie, or here?
I'm having a tough time. Yeah, so
I feel like it's changed since the initial thing, so I
no,
need to
right here.
know exactly where it is.
So, no, I'm planning on casting it here. The 20, so it's gonna hit the square right in front of,
Okay.
or
Well,
yeah, I've got it as a buffer.
where do they need to move for you to activate it? Is what I'm asking. Into that square or before that square?
Before that square. So if someone's would be moving from a square adjacent to that one.
So when they're either in either one of the squares that I have marked now, you'll
Right.
activate it.
Correct.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Cool. Alrighty. Tara.
I am going to move right behind Ignalia and also ready a spell. I will be holding my turn until after Ignalia.
Okay. Stone Skull.
Yeah.
But I will be holding my turn until something gets within this square here, directly in front of Steve, and then I'm going to run in and light it up with some melee attack.
Okay.
That's exactly what we do. We had time to prepare. This is Braveheart. We dug in with spears. Come on. Look at the cavalry charge, huh? I got an answer for cavalry.
Steve.
I'm going to hold my turn till something reaches. God damn it! Till something's in that square as well, and after Willie's spell.
Okay.
So the order now is just to go over it. Max, me, Stone Skull, Tara, and then Steve.
We just consolidated our turn. Is what we did. Now we're acting as a unit.
Everything's happening at once.
Hive mind.
One,
This is
one
going to be
cohesive
really
unit.
good. That's the way it should be. That's what you should do. You shouldn't be all acting independently. Like, all right, form up.
So this
Oh,
guy.
we're becoming battle hardened.
This guy does not see anything going on, so he immediately steps forward.
You're up, Max. Are you telling me that's a trigger?
The
Just so we're
guy,
clear.
Yeah.
guy just stood in your square.
Okay.
Are you doing something, or we can
Yeah.
continue on?
So with that same figure eight, as soon as I see him, imagine it's like a big overhand arc, and as I throw the magic, it sounds like a whip, and as it snaps out of my hand, just a cacophonous crack, sends everything flying.
Where exactly are you placing the epicenter of this?
Right, jaw. Oh, whoops, sorry. Right here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alrighty.
All
So,
those con
Yeah.
saves.
16. Let's see. So 2 of the bullywugs failed and take the full 14. And one of the cultists, the one closest that you put the epicenter on, also takes the full 14. Everybody else takes half damage.
Damage is damage.
So this loud cracking boom explodes down towards the bottom of the stairs. You hear a couple of death cries. You see one of the cultists that was trying to come up the stairs falls over, his ears bleeding. But you still hear a lot of footsteps heading your way. Anybody else do anything, or are we moving on?
That would be Ignalia.
Yep. And I'm going to. Well, they are not as clumped as I would have liked. So I'm going to move up and just make a quick strike on this guy who's still standing.
Okay.
15.
Kim will hit him,
15 total damage.
and he is dead.
Excellent. And then I am going to retreat back next to Steve.
Next.
Going to see what I can do here. Yeah, I'm gonna get up in the fray here and just start swiping at things.
Okay.
Stone Skull found the horde.
Here it comes.
That hits.
Okay. Is he still alive? No.
Oh, no.
Okay. Unfortunately, not able to do anything else with the great sword. Going to drop my right hand to my side and grab a hand axe, and I'm going to launch it at the one to the south here with my second attack.
Okay. Hits.
For an additional 8. And then brace the great sword in my second hand again and prepare for the incoming.
All right.
That is actually going to change what I do a little bit. Give me 1 second. What is the range?
No plane ever survives the battlefield.
Yeah, no. You'll be fine, Stone Skull. It won't hurt that much. I am actually going to move up to right here,
I don't know how I feel about that.
and I am going to cast Earth Trimmer. So 10 feet. Stone Skull, unfortunately, you're going to have to make a dex saving throw, but you're +3, so I took that into account before making you do that.
Okay. On success, no damage?
Yeah.
Okay. I have inspiration.
Oh,
Can I use that?
I don't know. Can you use Bardic Inspiration when save?
Can
You
I use
can.
Bardic? Yeah? Okay. Let's do it.
But-
Oh, damn it.
Womp.
So yeah,
Oh.
7 is not enough to beat his DCs. I think it's what,
I'm
13,
sorry,
14?
Stone Skull. I had faith in you.
What's the DC?
14.
All
how
3
much
of the
damage?
would save.
Really?
Hmm.
Well, it is difficult terrain, and I am just going to get ready.
How much
damage
damage?
do you-
Oh, you said they all saved?
Yeah, but you
Except
still
me.
hit
Oh,
the
yeah.
Stone Skull.
It's 1d6. Come on, low. 2.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay.
All right.
Oh, that
So
went
is-
terribly. Sorry, Stone Skull.
Tara runs forward. She raises her foot up in the air and stomps it down the ground, and these stairs kind of mold and jut up into the air. All 3 of the bullywugs kind of jump up precisely at the right time, dodging all the damage. Unfortunately, Stone Skull wasn't quite ready for it and takes 2 points of bludgeoning damage and is knocked prone.
However, the most important part is every square around me should be difficult terrain now.
Okay.
That being said, can I move up to this one with it being difficult terrain?
It would be double movement once you get to that square.
Basically, from Stone Skull, it's going to cost you 10 per movement instead of 5.
Yeah, you could do
So
that.
yeah, that would be 30 foot right there. going to that square.
Perfect. That's what I want to do. And after moving up to Terra, I'm gonna let it go the flame out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Lawnmower, baby. Welcome to the meat grinder.
Okay.
Yeah, max damage.
All right. 2 of them are going to fail. The rest are going to save. So we'll say this guy takes the full damage, and this guy being the closest to are going to take full damage. The other ones will take half. Alrighty. Is everybody done with their silliness?
We get to prepare.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, this guy's dead. Let's see if anybody's alive before the next time y'all go.
But
Oh,
there
one
won't be
guy
after.
is. Seeing everything that's going on, this guy is going to take a step back,
Ran away.
raise the spear he has in his hand, and launch it at Steve. Doesn't a 6 hit? I don't think that's a no.
No.
All right.
No.
So the spear flies past you. Max, you're up next.
Going to move up into his position. And as I start getting into the difficult terrain, I sheathe the antagonist and loose a hand axe at this one.
Okay.
If it would work. There we go. Oh.
Unfortunately, a 10 is not going to hit.
And that one my turn.
All right, so a hand axe tumbles through the air, not hitting anything, unfortunately. Do. So you hear once again that kind of chanting coming from further down into the cave, and then you 3, where are you
I don't
at,
see
Max?
4 of
Max.
us.
He's underneath
Right.
the
He's under
cultist.
something. Oh,
Oh,
there he is.
Okay, so you 4 feel as spikes begin to grow up from underneath you, made by hard stone and some wood. But you don't take any damage yet. Okay.
Alright.
All these spikes pop up all around you. You know that it's going to be somewhat difficult to walk through this without hurting yourself. All right. Is this guy alive? Nope. This guy? This guy is. All right. He's going to hurl a spear at Terra. And he rolled an 8. He's going to miss. Ignalia.
I will move up to about here, about the edge of the spikes, and seeing the next closest one, I am going to launch a firebolt at him. 13.
Who are you
Yeah.
looking for?
The bullywug closest to Terra.
Okay.
Is a 13 hit.
It does not.
Then I will use my inspiration.
for future reference.
Hmm?
You have
Yeah.
to declare
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
before know the
Okay,
outcome.
then just have it miss then. That's fine.
No. We'll give it to you that time, just because that.
Because you
wasn't-
were.
But yeah, you can't ask beforehand.
Wait, it's a D10 now?
No, it's a D8.
It's
Oh,
still
okay.
a-
Oh, well, regardless. You should just have it miss.
just all over the place with this. No, 15 will hit, so roll damage.
Okay.
He's dead.
6-9.
Eating it up.
Well, my plan was for us to let them come up the stairs and just, back up and away from them, but how many spikes are there, Heather?
Do what now?
How many spikes are coming out of the ground below me?
A lot of them. You can't move through without stepping on them. They are taking up about a 20-foot radius around where Steve was standing, so out to about here.
Wait, question.
There's
They
the
can't
spikes.
or I can't? Is it just difficult terrain right now?
No, it's dangerous terrain. You walk through this, you're going to poke your feet.
Even with Earthwalk?
Yep.
I love when the casters show up.
Acknowledge, you have anything else? Tara's turn now?
Nope, that was it for me.
All right, Tara.
And it is a lot of them. Is there... I don't know if Mold Earth will let me manage anything but right below me.
There is magic fighting away your ability to do so.
Oh.
You know 100% that these spikes are magically created to damage someone walking through them.
And I can confirm that as I am detect magic sonar right now.
Mm-hmm.
So is the bottom of the stairs clear?
What do you mean clear?
Of the spikes?
No. 20-foot radius.
20-foot radius.
Everything from Steve out in 20 feet in
Oh,
all
Steve
directions is
out.
covered in spikes.
Alright, no. Alright, oops, wrong one. Cool. I am going to cast Terra Burst right here. Come on, pointer.
Is that the mountain of blood?
Yes, that is the mountain of shit that you have to climb over to get anywhere.
Can we use the blood of our enemies to lubricate the spikes? You just slide past.
For the
Oh, good, because you want tetanus when you get hit by them.
Blood for the blood gun.
Mhm.
Blood.
Oh, is it poop? It's poop now.
It's blood and poop.
Dookie.
There we go. All right, so you fire on it. Where's your epicenter, Zorn?
It was right here.
Right, from where this is going from?
Yeah.
All right. I need you... Oh, 20 feet, never mind. All right, so it's just these guys. Damn, I was hoping it's 30 and all of you would be hit by this.
Hey, if it freed me, I wouldn't be against it.
Oh, Farblex, you suck. All right, so half of 27 is what, 13?
13.
Any of y'all have 13 health? Nope.
I imagine he's concentrating on this spell too. That was at least my hope.
Haha, nat 20 this concentration check.
Ow! No, I tried.
All right, so as you shoot out this ball of earth out, it hits the ground right in front of the bullywug wearing this funny-looking crocodile hat or lizardfolk hat, and explodes outward. It takes out the rest of the bullywugs that you can see in front of you, and you also feel that Farblex takes a bunch of damage, but he is still standing, and the spikes are still all at your feet. Stone Skull.
Can I stand up without taking damage?
Yep.
Okay, then I'm gonna stand up. And that's gonna end my turn. Because I can't do anything here.
I mean, you can always walk through the spikes.
I could, but
Steve.
Can't really see where this guy's at, and I don't want to get hit with spikes. I'm good.
So you
Yep, they
just
are growing.
Well-
We can't just stand here. One of
I
us
just wanna let
needs
you
to
know.
tumble our way through this.
Max is excited to be a hero. I don't know necessarily what all you babies are doing.
I don't know.
I'm saving the day.
Little spikes. All right.
Max died.
So Steve, you're just not moving, not doing anything.
It's alright. It's alright. Just when you're sucking your thumb, make sure to not bite your thumb with your teeth, because you want you to hurt yourself.
All right. Listen.
Just saying.
Here, I can't really see shit. Whatever.
Where'd you move from? Right here?
Yeah.
So as you're stomping through these spikes, you take 15 points of piercing damage.
Ugh.
It stings. It does not feel good.
Not that I can see anything. Line of sight. Line AF.
You should be able to see. What?
he can't see because he doesn't have a torch.
Oh, that sucks. Anything else aside from taking a bunch of damage from moving?
What? I'm going to take a potion of healing. After walking through pointy death spikes.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a nice bit of damage there.
Yeah, nice. Real nice.
Oh.
Okay, so you're taking a potion of healing. Max.
Oh my god, I'm trying to open up a jar. I'm literally gonna blow my hand out. Let's see. I want to. So the spikes are centered. I got a long way to go. I just want to get through them to the edge of them. So here, I guess.
No, keep going.
Here.
He can't keep
Keep
going.
going.
He can't.
Oh yeah, you're out of movement because of the rough terrain. Yeah, you can only move 15 feet. So yeah, you can move back to where you were a second ago.
That's 15 feet right there, right? I was behind Terra, so Terra spot, this spot, this spot.
Yeah, I guess you moved diagonally. Yeah, you could. So yeah, that's 15. As you do so, you're stomping through this. You take 20 points of piercing damage.
Oh, look at all of those fours.
That feels good.
Anything else?
No.
You can kind of see the edge of what appears to be a bullywug down to your southwest. Just barely seeing them in the light, though.
Actually, I want to light a torch and kind of just ready myself against an attack and bring my shield to bear.
Okay.
How much light does that torch make?
Should be about what he's already got on him. 20 feet, and at 20 feet starts going dim.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like.
But I had no way of actually seeing. So
Yeah,
I
he's
just
kind
wanted
of
to
on
make
the
it.
edge. So, all right. So once again, ow, just stumbling through these freaking spikes that are just not doing good things for you. Mhm.
Hey, you're between a rock and a hard place now, buddy. Let those spikes down and see what happens to you.
Everybody's gotta be noisy tonight, apparently.
Man, this guy's spell list sucks ass. Oh well.
Good
Good to know.
Complaining.
So
Does
he
he
is
hit?
going to take a step forward towards Max and Steve on the edge of the spikes and kind of cackles as he points at you. And a puff of noxious gas flies out of his hand towards Steve. I need a Constitution saving throw from you, Steve. Ooh, not quite enough. So as you see this puff of gas going over you, it goes all around your head. You start coughing profusely on it, taking 17 poison damage. And then he takes a couple steps. Let's see, he is 5'10", 20. Yeah, he disappears back out of sight. Ignalia.
No, you gonna say something, Max?
Well.
All right. I'm gonna say enough of this coward's fight. So I am growing fucking wings, and I am gonna fly right over those spikes.
Okay, you're hovering right above them, the last little bit of them.
Yep. And I can see him vaguely outlined. I'm gonna take a shot at him with Firebolt at disadvantage. 13.
13 will miss.
Hop away, coward.
All right, Tara.
Havoc, can I sense where he is with my Earth Insight?
Yeah, you can pretty much tell about where he is.
Which is here?
Down there.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Beifong's Blinding Sandstorm right next to him. Or right on top of him, if I can.
Okay.
That'll be 2d6 bludgeoning.
And he rolled an 8 for his con save, so... Alright, so you...
blinded.
Yep. So you hear the wind beginning to grow as a storm of rock and debris begins spinning through the air, and you hear a coughing growl as this creature is pelted by all the rocks and such, and takes some damage and doesn't seem to be able to see.
Did that get rid of the spikes?
Nope, 22.
How does being blinded not break concentration?
Nope, just gotta hold the mental hold on it. That's all you gotta do.
Did he have to make one when he bit poisonous gas in my face?
No.
No.
Alright.
Anything else here?
I'm gonna move up to right here. Roll me whatever damage I need.
Uh, 15 points.
All right, that'll end my turn.
All right, Stone Skull.
I'm going to use my dash action and go all the way to here. Actually, it would probably be what rough terrain ends at max.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, right about there.
yeah, so that's 10, 20, 15, so 30.
So you get another 30 beyond that.
Yeah, put me right up in that guy's face. And go ahead and roll the damage. And I'm going to Stone's Endurance it.
All right, 21 points.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
And you knock it down to just
5.
5.
Yep.
Good golly.
And puts me right in that guy's face, and I just kind of grin at him and say, well, hello, friend.
And he just seems to be furiously wiping his eyes as you run into the middle of this blinding storm that was cast by that. I need a con saving throw from you.
Okay.
Okay.
Skull don't care. Unfortunately, that doesn't save you from the damage, and I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
You take 6 from that. But you're not blind, so that's good.
It's like he sees a storm and just willingly walks into it, like face first. Hi,
Pokes his
friend.
head through it and
No,
he's
he just
like,
walks to the
Mhm.
outside, and he just sticks his head in.
What's going on in here?
all right, Steve.
Am I still on spikes?
You're standing in them, but if you move, you'll be able to get out of them, so you won't take any more damage as long as you move to the west.
All right. Yeah, I'm moving to the west.
Okay.
Move up. Can I move up to him? Is he in the storm?
I don't know. Can you? I mean, Stone Skull is standing in the storm right now.
Oh, then yeah, I'm moving over here. Hopefully no storm.
Yeah, as long as you don't end your turn within the cylinder, you're fine.
Yeah. And you know what? Had nothing.
Yeah, an 11's gonna miss.
Is Splitter Goo blinded?
He is.
Then he has advantage.
Does a 22 hit?
Yep.
Yeah, but more
true that.
importantly,
Yeah, 22 hits.
mm-hmm.
And since you have advantage, you will get sneak attack as well. And you do a bunch of damage to him. He's still standing though. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Alrighty. Max.
I'm not gonna move. I'm going to cast Bane on him.
If you want to cast that on him, you're gonna have to move.
All right, I'll take it.
Take 12 points of piercing damage.
Ouch. That's a lot of damage.
Oh, wait, just kidding. 1 second. Yeah, you take
Excuse
12.
me.
Yeah, is maintain concentration after Steve's attack. So yeah, you take 12 points of damage.
Yeah.
And now you can do that. Charisma saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
He is not very charismatic. What's the DC?
16.
Yeah, his 11 doesn't beat that. So he has to roll a D4 when he does anything.
Basically everything, yeah.
Okay.
Now my turn.
All right. Well, he is going to step away and lose his blinded effect. And
Come on, Stone Skull, do your thing.
He's gonna look over towards Steve being the weaker one, and is going to attempt to poison spray him again.
He
Make a
didn't
con
disengage.
save.
Mm-hmm. He
That's
didn't
true.
disengage.
Get him.
Didn't it? Right. Go ahead, both of y'all get attacks of opportunity. Well, no, Stone Skull
No.
does.
Yes, he done.
Just me. 13.
13 is going to miss.
Okay.
I need a con save, Steve. All right, got it this time. I don't think it does. Yeah, it doesn't do half damage. So yeah, he misses his attack. However, as he's starting to back away from you, he's going to poke at you with his spear in his other hand. And the 13 is going to miss, I think, right?
Yep.
All right. Well, he's going to continue backing away. Steve, you'll have an attack of opportunity. 20 hits. Oh. So as you catch him, you get him right in the neck, nicking out. He seems to be losing a lot of blood, but he is still standing, barely. He limps away. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Down and out of sight. Ignalia.
What's his movement? He had already moved a little bit.
He moved correctly. So
Okay.
what do you want to do?
Well, keep fucking playing chase, I guess. Fly to about here. And I'm going to continue calling him a coward and launch another firebolt with disadvantage. Nope.
That's going to miss. All right, spells this time.
I'm just glad you're in front of me, is all.
So yeah, as you fire off this firebolt, it fires off wildly in a very unexpected manner. You're going to have disadvantage on any spell attacks, and if anybody attacks you, they will have advantage against you, or actually if you attack them with saving throws, they'll have advantage on them.
Disadvantage on attacks, and they have advantage on saving throws.
Correct.
For what, one turn?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, until the end of your next turn.
All right.
I'm going to move forward up to here. And I am going to fire an earthen bolt at him. Does a 22 hit
22 hits.
for 10 piercing damage.
All right. So as Terra finally chases down this creature as he's limping away, trying to retreat to another room, fires off a spiked earth bolt straight into the back of his head and catches him and pierces straight through. And he falls like a sack of potatoes, and he is super dead.
Do I hear anything else in the room?
Everybody give me a perception check.
This storm is really loud.
Still got your head in it. Where are you going?
I can't hear shit.
Yeah, no, I'm dropping con on that storm. Yeah, no. But the moment he passed out, that storm dissipated.
All of you start to listen around, listen for anything. You don't hear anything except for Ignalia. You hear what sounds like two distinct footfalls coming from somewhere to your northeast. Presumably back up in that foggy room that y'all left.
I hear footsteps from up above. Seems to be echoing from that straight ahead path we didn't take.
Okay. Tara is just genuinely curious, and she wants to search this guy blindly and figure out how he just made earth and spikes.
Are the spikes still there?
No, as soon as Terra's Earth Bolt went through this dude, the Earth Spikes disappeared.
So let's continue heading further in.
Sure, after I search this guy.
Yeah, I'm waving to everybody else. You know.
Drinking second potion.
What's even in here?
Not sure.
Trying to see if there's anything on this this dude. Yeah, so as you look over him, you see a spear is resting in his hand, kind of tightly clenched. Other than that, you see what appears to be the remains of a bluish-colored lizard folk's head is resting upon his own head, tied down by a small leather strap. You see a couple of pouches on him. One of them holds a bunch of random weeds and flowers, things that you assume are used in spell casting, and in the other you find 4 silver pieces, kind of muddy and mucky from having his grubby hands on them. Don't find much else in that, though. As you all move down into this other area, and just inspecting the area beforehand. Let's see, we'll do the area first. So as you move through that area now that the combat has died down, you saw there's actually a bunch of niches on the walls filled with carvings of frogs, ranging from the size of a fist all the way up to the size of a pumpkin. You actually see some more larger carvings sitting on the floor, representing crude renderings of frogs all over this room and all over the floor. The ones that are etched on the floor seem to be colored in with chalk. As you're moving down into this next area, you see that this is a much simpler chamber. You see it contains a mud-covered chair and reading table, a box of candles, and a wooden chest sitting at the back of it. You're kind of assuming this might have been Farblax's his sanctum, his study. It's very dirty back here otherwise, and you see some see a couple books that seem to be torn apart, either by him or by someone else. You don't see anything inside of them worthwhile. And that's about it.
I knock over the largest statue.
You do what now?
So I'm knocking over the largest statue of a frog.
Okay. Give me a religion check.
Not bad.
So as you're looking around and knocking over one of these, you see that these designs seem to have taken from the worship of both Ganador, who you know is the god of slimes, and Shar, who you know is the goddess of shadows. But you do know that none of these elements are really used in a canonical manner. very poorly done and not really in direct worship of them, just more so to probably just to look creepy.
So they kind of just took elements and decided to make it a frog.
Mm-hmm.
No good. They worship swamps.
Great.
Great. I just start knocking them all over.
I did hear you mention the word chest.
There is
Yes.
a chest sitting back behind the table.
As Max goes up to the chest, I'm gonna tell Stone Skull we should probably take his head for our lizard folk friends.
I don't imagine hearing him. It's like, not just his head, Stone Skull. Could you carry him?
I mean, I can if we need to, but it'd be much easier to just take the head.
Let's not get into cutting heads off if necessary. Or if we can avoid it, yeah. It's a bloody mess. I'll even clean him off for you so he's not covered in mud.
So yeah, Stone Skull will just go ahead and pick up the body and place it up on his shoulders for now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna motion to Steve to come over, because these chests have been locked. But I want to see if I can just open it up myself.
As you're looking at this chest, you just see a handle on it, no lock or anything like that.
Well, I still could use his eye and appraisal. So yeah, I want to open the chest.
Okay. So as you open this chest, the hinges of it kind of squeak for a moment, but you're able to open it up. And as you do so and start to look down, you hear and see a bunch of pots falling from the ceiling and shattering all over the floor. I need both of y'all to give me Constitution saving throws.
Here we go. Death by trap.
Ooh,
Death
okay.
by trap.
Hey,
So
you rolled one better than what you could have.
So as 6 of these pots fall all around you, seemingly as you kind of look up at the last second, you see little slots had opened up in the ceiling, dropping these pots. You see this kind of fine powder surrounding you, and you don't have any choice but to breathe it in as you kind of gasp in surprise. And as you do so, you feel this pull, and then you look around, and both of you look back towards where your friends were, and you see clearly the appearance of a black half-dragon, Resmir, looking at you and then turning and fleeing up the hallway.
Wait, we saw Resmir where?
Basically right here, turning around and running away. Both of you roll me a d20.
Wow. Let's see where Steve takes this, because... Oh, whoops. Nah.
Womp womp.
You both feel as if what you're seeing can't possibly be real since you don't see your friends anymore. But you do clearly, it seems pretty real though, as Resmir footfalls actually make sound echoing through the caves as she disappears out of sight around the corner to your north.
Yeah. Is there any way, like, kind of clear my head or just sit down? Yes, okay. Should sit down at the reading table.
Steve, what are you doing?
Going to move back here, see if I see that what I saw, or if
Okay, both of you
Right.
roll me a d20 again. Max, d20.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear you.
Okay. Max, you kind of still hear faint footfalls coming from Resmer's body as she's running away, though the sound kind of goes in and out, almost fluctuating oddly. Steve, as you're looking down, you clearly see what appears to be the back of Resmer in a flowing kind of purple cloak, running away and starting to head up the stairs past the bodies of all the bullywugs that you slew. However, her form kind of shifts and moves erratically in the distance.
I'm gonna go back in the room and kind of like lean up against this wall and just sit and just shake my head. Like, no, that wasn't. No.
All right. So as you both sit down and kind of clear your head, it takes a few minutes. About 5 minutes pass by, but then you look up and you see the kind of hazy, mist-like appearance of the area around you that's taken over. It's clearing, and you see your 4 friends just kind of standing there, or your 3 other friends rather, standing there, just kind of staring at you both oddly.
Yeah, I just imagine kind of like coughing and sneezing, like a bit of a headache, like a hangover coming on. Should have checked to see if it was trapped first.
That probably would have helped.
Too bad we don't have a rogue.
Ma'am, I
gotta
will
live on
stab
faith.
you.
No, you won't.
You don't even know where he is right now.
Man, you're tripping balls. You can't hit shit.
Yeah. You got some of that magic mushroom dust.
Oh, while that's going on, I'm going to go check out the chest.
Yeah, you look inside the chest and find it to be completely barren. There is nothing inside of it. And as you come to this realization, we're going to go ahead and take a 5-minute break real quick. I'll be right
Okay.
back.
Wait, before you go, Havoc, I have to go run and do something for my wife. I may not be back in 5 minutes. Just start without me.
Okay, 10-4. All right, I'll be right back.
Tara gets in my backpack.
Wait, your backpack?
Yeah, someone's backpack.
I mean,
Stone Cold's backpack.
Yeah, just say he's already carrying a body. He can carry it too. He's all right. He's strong. Kind of disappointed in you, Steve. I was hoping you're going to run after Resmere. It's a perfect opportunity. You got to do it, man. What would Steve do? Or does Steve not care about his whole family? I guess it's true.
No,
Steve could be a
he
soft
cares.
little sissy girl.
He has a bit of self-perseverance about him, and something could look at me wrong and I would die. As much as I like revenge, Steve also likes being alive.
I mean, I guess.
Being not alive is his least favorite thing to do.
Yeah, but it's not about Steve. It isn't about him. It isn't about you.
No, it is about Steve. He's
It's about your family. It's about principle. It's about making a stand for what's right. Making sure that nobody can do this to anybody else again. That you're where it stops. Be a hero, damn it. I'm trying to be a hero. Try to make amends. Try to do what's right. I mean, I'm glad you didn't go running all by yourself while I'm over here tripping balls, make the rest of the party like, great. One of them's passed out. The other one running naked down a hallway. Oh, what's in that dust?
Well, like, the mental was like, all right, I'm gonna go. Wait, Max isn't following me. Maybe I'm not seeing what I think I'm seeing. No, I'm gonna take 5. Sit this one out.
I'm just glad he didn't make one or the other of us Resmir.
Oh God, yeah, that would have.
Mm-hmm. That got real bad when he stabbed the shit out of me.
If you look over and Resmir is sitting next to you. I like Max.
You're not sure where Max went, but it's definitely Resmir. As far as you can tell.
How did the party die? Steve thought Max was Resmir, stabbed Max.
The rogue went ham on the party.
Stone Skull saw it, went ham on Steve. Ignalia didn't care. Tara didn't see shit.
You didn't see nothing. You're right. We have not explored a lot of this place. Dang, I grilled out some burgers. It was delicious. Finally warming it.
I have to remember to get propane. We've been out of propane for 3 months.
So, who wants to go impale themselves on some more spikes?
No, they're gone.
Yeah, that batch.
Can I get a little bit of health before I do that?
No, I think you really want the spikes.
we take a bit of a breather. You think?
I mean, I took spikes and gas. I would like a little bit of breather.
Yeah, I mean, we came down here with one purpose in mind, and that purpose has been accomplished. Now, step 2.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, we hear
Process.
someone else nearby. Taking a break doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, well, if you can't take a break, then you double down and go forward. How's everyone? I don't have much to give, but I can help out. I say I help out a little. I can help out a lot one time.
You can help out a lot. What?
One time.
Oh, I'm less than half. I'm a hurting unit.
All right. How are you? How are you doing on spells? Ignalia?
I got a couple I can spare. I've got lay on hands, but I'm gonna save that because that's like an instant stabilization.
Yeah. All right. Well, $22.
22. Oh, I see. Who are you healing?
Steve. And I am bingo on spells.
Yeah, say how much you. What's your health like?
26.
What's
Right.
Tara's health like?
Probably in the same ballpark.
All right, I'm gonna heal you. Spellcasting ability modifier. You get 12 back.
Beefy.
I hate that my the fire department has a alarm that goes off every hour. That's a tugboat.
Oh, nice. And
Oh.
Zorn's gonna get 12 back as well. Havoc, if you can change that.
Okay, it's done.
There you go. Now we don't look quite so piss poor.
That feels much better.
We got better.
Alright. So Zorn's not here. You want to just hang tight and wait for him to get back? Or you want to continue?
No, let's go ahead and continue since he said he
Okay.
could be a little bit. So yeah, an obvious hallucinogen has exploded in this room, but Steve and Max were able to fight off its effects after a few minutes. Don't really see anything else of import in this area. You just see a lot of grotesque frog-like religious statues and carvings and such all in this area where you fought all the bullywugs, but nothing else really.
I want to grab a couple of the smaller, like if there's figurines or statuettes, something small.
No, there's pretty much all the big statues have been knocked over, and then there's just carvings now.
Okay, yeah, I'll just grab a few. 1 or 2 little ones, just stash them away.
Okay.
We kind of point, say, Ignalia. You can keep leading the way. We'll follow behind you. But we should make a clean sweep of the area before we head back up topside.
I agree. And keep keen eye out for that noise that we heard earlier. And I suppose we want to do a quick search of these guys' body, though I imagine we're going to find a bunch of flies and about 7 shitty copper.
Yeah, I'm gonna make my way up to the cultist that was up here. If he's got anything on him.
On the cultists, there's 2 of them. One's just on the GM there. You found 6 gold pieces on each of them. The bullywugs, however, have much of what Ignalia expected. A bunch of jack shit, a bunch of spears. That's about it. And then, like I said, 12 copper or 12 gold on the cultists total.
Okay.
A meager reward from meager enemies.
Once again, as you enter this area, the fog's kind of just sitting on the floor, about 3 feet off the floor or so. And as you move a little bit further west, the fog kind of dissipates a little bit, only being about 2 feet or so up to your shins.
I missed the operative word there. What's up to about my shins?
Fog.
I've still got detect magic going.
Yep, still not seeing
Roughly,
shit.
all right, just let you know. So I'm going to get to about here. See anything in the alcove to my left?
Nope. It's an alcove.
Guys, it's an alcove. I keep walking.
That is
That's
so
true. I vote
weird.
that Stone Skull puts on the Pope hat. Just saying.
Where'd my token go?
I don't know. You
Do
just
I not
vanished on the
exist?
screen.
Yeah, no, I wasn't even. I was
You
eating
were
my spaghetti and I'm just gone.
You literally got in Stone Skull's backpack, apparently. Gonna push
Yeah,
him a little bit
I don't
further.
As you all move forward, everybody except Tara, you kind of see a larger opening here in front of you, and in the middle of the room, you see what appears to be a circle that's carved into the floor. I have no idea what you did, Soren.
I didn't do anything. I was literally eating my spaghetti. I couldn't have possibly done anything.
No, I didn't do anything.
Mom spaghetti?
Well, my wife's spaghetti, but
While that's going on, can I do either Arcana or Religion on the circle?
Yeah. Give me an Arcana check. As you're kind of looking at it, you notice small little scribes, and even though your detect magic isn't going up, you're recognizing this as some kind of spell circle.
I can't tell for what. They could have been summoning or they could have been performing a ritual of some kind. Anyone look the room for clues?
My thoughts exactly.
I'm also going to break it on one side. Just ruin the circle.
It's carved on the floor into the floor, so it's going to be very difficult to do so.
I call Tara over and ask her to mold Earth into part of it so it's incomplete.
I will do that if I knew where I was.
I channel Tara and use her ability.
Stop going ethereal.
You were over here last time I saw you.
Tara, come back to the
See you.
prime material plane.
Hey, I found myself. Wait, no, go back.
But the astral throws better parties.
It's like I'm on another layer or something.
Always do.
You're not on their layer. You probably don't have sight.
I don't have anything. If I click right there, I can find myself. And then when I unclick, I disappear again. Hey! I will do as Ignalia asked.
Okay, so as you mold the earth in a small little section of the circle, the earth kind of molds up and seals that part of the circle, and nothing happens.
Yep, just a precaution. Has anyone found anything?
Found a hat.
Oh, well, apparently we did, no matter what.
Double. Triple double.
So yeah, as y'all are looking
All right,
around,
LeBron.
you see that the walls seem somewhat unnatural. It seems like this area was carved out instead of the natural cave walls that you see before. Obviously, the circle is unnatural, obviously carved into the floor here, though it is incomplete now. And that's it.
Yeah. So we need to stay vigilant, but we also need to keep moving.
But we heard
Need to get
chanting
back.
coming from here before. And now nothing.
You heard
All the more
what
reason.
from here?
Way earlier, you said that I heard chanting coming from up here, I believe.
No, it
you
was
heard
down the other one.
footfalls.
It was
You heard
Splattergoo.
chanting down the Southwind Splattergoo. When the battle ended, you heard footfalls coming up from the misty chamber that you had left from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I want to kind of encourage everybody to keep moving.
All right. Onward.
Forever onward. Where acknowledge you go? Oh, you're all the way up here. Shit. Yeah.
Well, you guys ain't got good eyes.
Not in the dark.
Really?
Yeah, why you triggered?
Quiet, dear. Appears to be some kind of ledge.
You see. Wow, this is poorly worded. Yeah. So even though it looks like you're on top of the ledge, you're actually at the bottom, and there's a 15-foot wall leading up to the next area in front of you.
I see.
As you're looking around, you look up into the area up above you, and you see what appears to be a small platform connected to a rope that goes up to the edge of a crane that seems to be holding a few boxes on it, swinging above your heads.
I'm just gonna place the dead body of Splattergoo up on top of the platform and then position myself to help somebody up if they wanted to go up.
I'll go up if no one's gonna.
Here. I'll pull out a cord of rope out of my bag and put it like around my neck and shoulder so it's out of the way. And then nod to have Stone Skull kind of put his back up against the wall.
Let me do that
Yeah.
and help him
Take
up.
a quick hop step and just jump, to the top
Okay.
of the ledge.
Yeah, you're able to easily get up to that 15-foot ledge and pull yourself up.
I want to take the rope and like tie it off at my waist, and throw the rope down the other side. Use myself as a like belay to pull everybody else up. Everybody not named Stone Skull. I'm gonna help him up by hand. I'm not gonna
Unbelievable.
attach to my waist.
Yep,
I'm not that strong.
I'm up.
Yeah, you'll all be able to get through very, very easily. You climb up here, you clearly see that the crane is hooked to just a simple hand crank with a bar hanging out of it to kind of help you slide the load attached to this platform to the left and right, just enough to lower it down into the other area. And to your southeast, you see another set of stairs leading down. The mist is getting slightly thicker as you move on now.
That's the other direction.
Just so be prepared for anything.
As you move further down, you see that this area looks somewhat familiar. You're seeing it from a different angle, though. Down to your southwest, you're able to see the similar rock structure of the area where you entered into this cavern, where the stairs leading up should be. In front of you, you see another trail of water leading out into the middle of the room. It seems from another area that seems to have opened up over where the water is leading through. And that seems to be the source of where the mist is kind of leaking out.
We want to go from the source of the mist. We have to enter in through that small ravine entrance. Can't quite make it out. It's just to the east there, or to the right, whatever.
Stone Skull looks like he's found a way.
At least something that wraps around.
And you're all able to clearly see the stairs leading back up into the castle to your south, as well as this, large amount of water, decent amount of water coming through this opening in front of you.
Havoc, can I sense anything through the opening I feel right there?
Water. It's about a foot deep.
Well, there's still a battle that rages in the castle. Should we continue our exploring here, head back up, and see what use we can be topside?
Well, there's also the other path down in the croaking chamber that we didn't take.
There's potentially one over here.
I think that was just a small alcove. I didn't think there was anything there.
I don't know. I
But
also
down here seems to be a path.
again, battle raging on. I don't think necessarily we came down here with a purpose. We've succeeded. I'm sure there'll be time to do other things other times. Right?
Yeah, fair enough. So, head back upstairs.
Okay.
All right, give me a second. Why do I only see 4 of you?
Because you just stacked
Somebody's-
me on top of somebody.
There's nobody there on my screen.
Yeah, Max is right here.
What the fuck? Why can't I see him?
Yeah, see? Not just me.
Roll 20. Why?
Why?
It didn't move him for some reason. Huh.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I literally can't see him. Okay.
What? I
Max,
can see me.
Can you move yourself back down the stairs?
Oh,
Hey,
fuck.
now I can see him.
I can't see anybody else. Hey.
Okay. That was fun.
Sorry.
I think there may be dead zones on this map.
I think this map is just dumb.
We're leaving. Huzzah.
Well, I don't actually have a sight now, Havoc.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm putting myself back. I was just testing that. I didn't want to stand in everyone's place while I was looking. Did an airplane just fly over the castle?
All right. So as you get up to the top of these stairs here, you clearly hear lots of fighting. You hear swords ringing together, shouting as well as croaking all around, resonating all through this castle as you come up to the top of these stairs.
Do we go towards the battle, or do we try and seek out Resmir somewhere in the castle?
I mean, I think we're going to have to fight our way to him.
Well, you said it ourselves. Our first commitment was to the lizard folk. We've done our job. We should, report and try to keep as many of them alive as possible.
Agreed. Let's make our way back towards the front of the castle.
What direction do I hear the sound of the battles coming from?
These windows.
Hard to tell. Yeah, I mean, you're hearing it out of the windows. It's all around you right now. It's hard to tell exactly where it's coming from.
Okay.
Yeah, can I look out a window? See
Sure.
if I see anything.
You see lots of figures moving around, heading down towards the castle entrance to the southwest. Hard to make out exactly what's happening, though.
Back to the entrance we came in from.
There's also the stairway where the cooks were.
I'm actually going to pause by the tables. Steve, I don't think you did your job last time. There's still gold everywhere on these.
They're not going anywhere. We have a mission.
It takes literally 2 seconds for you to pick it up and pocket it, but okay. We'll just leave it. Hopefully it'll still be there.
What are these dudes? Those are the cooks?
Mhm.
Yeah, they're the ones that ran away. They're not there.
Okay.
Is that some lizard folks still hanging around?
They seem to be guarding as you hear some more battle coming off in that direction. They seem to be watching this doorway and guarding it.
Call over to the nearest one in Draconic. Ooh, yeah. Where's the fighting the worst? Where are we needed?
The one to the back here that's holding a chain to this giant lizard next to it turns around and says, "The worst is at the front of the castle and on the upper levels."
How do we get to the upper levels?
Stairwell.
Yeah, as you say that, he kind of points to a stairwell down there, and he kind of points through the doorway that he's guarding. He says, "There's a few stairwells that lead up. You'll have to take one of them if there's not anybody clogging it."
That they said Resmir's upstairs. They said Resmir was in the upper chambers. I say we take our opportunity to strike at her.
With that, he kind of shakes his head vigorously. He says, "No, Resmir came down earlier. She killed almost everyone in the other room before we reinforced them. She ran towards where you all went, actually."
What?
Down the stairs? She ran down the stairs? Or she... Okay. Well... do we head back downstairs?
Stone Skull, you should drop our trophy with the lizard folk.
Turn to the lizard folk, said, "Spread the word." And just kind of motion over to Stone Skull to throw the body down.
And as he motions to throw, kind of sideways, like barrel rolls him across the floor from where he stands about 10-15 feet out.
Like your masters are not invincible. The bullywugs will no longer enslave the lizard folk.
As you do so, the lizard folk and the other ones standing turn around and look at you, and they raise their spears that they were given up above their head, and they kind of cheer and say, "Very good. Only a few more of the bullywug swine reside, as well as the leader of the dragon worshippers resides on the floor above. She didn't escape with Resmir and the funny-looking wizard. We'll take care of them shortly."
The circle. They've already escaped. Damn. Do we make sure that none of the rest escape?
I think we leave that up to the lizard folk and go back into our hole after Resmir.
And as you're all saying that, this one kind of walks towards you, leaving the giant lizard beside it, in charge of the one that was standing up next to it. And he kind of looks and lowers his head a little bit and almost says pleadingly, he's like, "We do not want to kill the other leader. He was good to us, even if it was in poor practice.
Can you capture him?
He kind of shakes his head. Yeah, he's too strong for us.
Can you take us to him?
He kind of looks back and sees the other ones beginning to move into the other room. He says, I need to help with the people. Need to help take care of the rest of the bullywugs. Those are our greatest threat right now.
So upstairs
go.
then.
We'll handle him.
He'll be on the second or third floor. I'm not sure where. It's a bit chaotic right now.
Okay. To the second floor.
As you
Agreed.
say that, he runs off, and they all disappear, heading up into that other upper room.
Through the cook's entrance, then.
Mm-hmm. Always take the cook's entrance. Never expect the armored column through the cook's entrance.
Where's the cook's entrance?
Just kidding, can't take the cook's entrance.
Rocks fall. Stairwell crumbles.
So yeah, I'm not even going to move you on for this. As you go up to the top floor of this, up the spiral staircase, you see that you're in a just small room. You see that it seems like everyday goods are kind of stored here for the kitchen. Some non-replenishable things, such as cooking oil, grain, cheese, and wine, and salt and meat are also stored up here.
Back down the steps. Up, 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 up.
I grab a bottle of cooking oil because it's flammable.
Did I smell any food?
Oh yeah, there was like some salted meat and wine and cheese in there.
I'll grab a handful of salted meat and I'm just going to be eating it like jerky as I'm following them.
Tara's just along for the adventure.
So
Tara is
to
motivated by food and killing.
the entry to the north up here then.
You're like the best hunting dog ever.
Everything to the north of these ones are dead. I just haven't got the X's on them yet.
Yeah, now pat me on the head and tell me I'm a good girl.
Well, gentlemen, that's up to one of you. Yep. All right. So pushing onward.
As you pass these ones that are kind of looking around the area with all this death surrounding them, one of the lizard folk yells out behind you, "Be careful! A creature lives in there. It may try to grab you." And as you're looking into this area,
Swear to Christ if it's a goddamn roper.
More food.
more food.
There's plenty of bodies. We're fine.
You see, there must have been a wooden floor in this tower when it was built to cover the dungeon pit beneath it. Now the floor is gone, and the dungeon has been turned into a garbage pit and latrine filled with foul-smelling waste and swamp water to just a few feet below the level of the doorway. The floor above is badly rotted, and large portions of it have collapsed. Through the gaping holes in the second floor, you can see that a third floor is still in good condition. But to reach the stone stairs that circle upward around the outer wall, you must cross 10 feet of indescribable muck in front of you.
So to get into the stairwell, we gotta cross this 10-foot square.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do an athletics check and just jump across.
Okay.
Like your style.
So as you start jumping and running and then jumping through the air, you see as you're flying through the air, the water beneath you begins to rumble and shift, and you see a very large creature reaching up with its mouth, and it catches you in midair and does 8 piercing damage to you.
I am launching a fireball.
And at that point, we're gonna roll for initiative.
Oh man.
Must have had a nice roll.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah,
I know what
mine
that.
was
I know what that is. No. I did not expect one of those to.
Expect the unexpected. Why am I
I'm
missing?
Oh,
messing
quiet,
terrified.
What am I missing?
You're missing Steve. You're missing.
Oh.
Yeah, and I was a 17. Sorry.
Twice.
Is that a big mouth with a series of tentacles?
Yes.
Oh.
That's a good way to put it.
Uh.
So,
yeah.
as all these battles are raging around you, you find yourself in one yourself as Stone Skull is not necessarily grappled, but almost yanked out of the air by the massive maw of this creature grabbing hold of him. Tara, you're up to first.
I'm gonna move forward into the muck, just 1 foot there, or 1 step there. And sorry. First, I'm gonna cast Wrathful Smite, and then I'll be hitting him with the Wrathful Smite maul for hopefully 13 damage in 1 second.
Yeah, 23 hits, doing 13 and 1. Anything else?
That will end my turn.
All right, so as you see Stone Skull kind of tossed about and brought back down into this muck, you charge forward, bringing the maw down for a heavy hit. However, you see the creature just taking the hit, and then it turns its gaze towards you, Tara. It tries to hit you with a bite. Does a 20 hit?
No, it does not.
Yeah, shove that magical shield right in its mouth.
That is a beefy ass spell. All right, yeah. So you,
Mhm.
what do you have? 16, right? Normal.
Yeah, so
Yeah, it's
21.
21. Yeah. So as this creature comes out with a maw, you immediately bring up a shield, and as its bite deflects off of it, you see 2 more tentacles. The first tentacle coming through and still getting past your shield with a 25 on its attack roll. It brings it around and hits you for 7 bludgeoning, as well as when the tentacle wraps around you, it stabs you for another 3 piercing for a total of 10 damage, and you are now grappled by this creature.
Jesus.
That's his turn, though. Steve.
It might as well be a roper.
Right?
Alright. Assuming because Tara's grappled, I don't get the bonus for her being there.
You could argue that its attention is on her.
Yeah, I'll let you. Yeah, you'll still get the benefit of it.
Okay. Then, stabby stab, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
I would say so.
Mm-hmm.
I'd hope so.
Mm-hmm. That's brutal, buddy.
So yeah, as you bring your rapier around, you score directly into one of its little beady eyes, taking it out and taking 24 damage off of it. It looks a little bit more pissed off now, but not even close to being dead.
Okay, sweet. Disengage. Sorry, Tara.
All right. Stone Skull.
Yeah, let's do what Stone Skull does. Not with that. Maybe with this one. Oh, holy hell.
Oh, no.
Wow, that's the wrong direction. Okay. So yeah, that's my turn.
All right, so Stone Skull just kind of winded and out of it for a few moments after he was grabbed out of the fucking air by this creature and slammed back to the ground. Just unfortunately has not gotten his wits about him quite yet and misses both of his attacks. Max.
I'm going to volley my last hand axe at it. Nada. And I'm going to give my last point of inspiration to Stone Skull.
All right, he needs it apparently. Yeah, as you toss the hand axe, even though this creature's pretty large and you would assume easy to hit, it moves a bit swifter than you thought it would be, and you hand axe misses as it bats it away with one of its tentacles. Ignalia.
I am going to rush up next to it, try to attract it as I activate my Mantle of Flame. And I will swing with Flame Blade. Yep, 25.
Mm-hmm.
Right. All right. Haven't done one of these yet. I'm gonna go ahead and smite on top of that.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that at a second level. So total 21 damage.
All right, I'll be paying Tara, I think, because I think his internet dropped. All right, so you said how much damage?
Total of 21.
Don't you get extra damage with Mantle of Flame?
Oh, you are right. 25. Total.
Thank you. Okay, 25. It's like I thought that did something for your damage. All right, so as Ignalia rushes forward, she brings down her sword with a hefty hit. It glows brightly as it makes contact with this creature, dealing a massive stroke against it. Cuts a big, long gash down its side. It's starting to looked a little bit damaged. Still plenty healthy, though. All right, back up to Tara. Tara, where's your character sheet? What do you got left? Jack shit. Okay. Yeah, she's just gonna swing her ball. Yeah.
Does she have to break grapple?
Oh
Ooh,
yeah,
yes.
you're right. She is restrained. So yeah. What's the DC on that?
Athletics or acrobatics?
Yep.
She's gonna definitely go athletics. Yeah, she's gonna break it. So she uses her action to break free and get out of the grapple. That being said, the creature is not super happy with everybody, so the three people in front of it are gonna all get attacked. Stone Skull, the bite, 15.
No.
Tara has a 16 armor class. Tentacle is gonna miss. And Ignalia getting another tentacle, 16.
Nope.
All right, so all three of you are able to dodge these attacks as they come flying around towards you. Steve.
Don't let it take another breath.
Move next to Tara, and Jesus Christ, hose in my house, and stab. Hopefully, maybe.
14 hits.
Yeah.
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 Jesus.
There
Max
it is.
sneak attack. Oh.
Give it to him.
So yeah, 26 damage.
The business.
Sneak attack OP. All right, yeah, you drive the rapier straight into this thing's gut, doing a bunch of damage to it. It's starting to look pretty fatigued and starting to bleed from all these wounds down into this kind of ichor and mud and God knows what else is in here that you're wading through currently while fighting this creature. Stone Skull.
Going to keep swinging.
Blender face.
13.
Miss.
You have inspiration now.
AC found.
It's fine. Now I'm going to use inspiration though, since I didn't hit.
Okay.
Holy fuck, dude! That is twice tonight.
You gotta get up and go pray real quick to the dice gods.
Do some
'cause they're
push-ups.
Not favoring you. Yeah,
Dude.
something. So yeah, both your attacks unfortunately are going to fly wide, even with the inspiration from Max. Speaking of, Max.
I am going to wade into combat myself. And swing away.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
7. And that'll be it.
All right, 7 more damage to it as Zoran gets back into the party. This creature's starting to get real beat up. It's very fatigued at this point, taking a lot of damage, but it's still standing. Ignalia.
Another swipe with the flame blade. Nope, 12. Not hit.
Is not going to hit.
Am I
Nope.
still grappled?
No,
No.
you broke
You
out.
are not.
Okay.
All right, I'm instead just going to shout and act menacing at it.
Okay.
Does a 16 hit
16 does hit.
or 8 bludgeoning? Oh, that 1. Ugh.
All right. So as Ignalia misses, Tara jumps into the fray, bringing her hammer down, her maul down rather, hitting this creature very hard. It's looking like it's almost dead, but not quite there. Anything else, Tara?
Yeah, we're going to hit it in the face with an earthen bolt now using Quicken spell. Or can I do that, or do I have to do that before melee?
No, you can use your bonus. Make it a bonus action. So
Yeah. Does a 26 hit?
yeah. Roll damage.
For 25.
Yeah, so as this creature gets ready, it's raising both its tentacles and opening its mouth wide. Tara just leans forward and throws an earthen bolt into the air. It catches this thing right in its mouth. The earth bolt burrows through its mouth, going straight up through its skull, through its brain, and out the top of its head. And the creature just slumps over in a heap into the muck and ichor and
Turn you into
shit.
a party popper, baby.
Yeah. With that, Havoc, I would like to drink my last potion as soon as I get my notes back up and know what it is.
Want to step out of the muck, onto the stairs. I'd rather not be fighting in a toilet.
Well, that's where you were fighting.
So I'm going to heal 6 points of damage.
I'm just going to quickly search the creature, look for any clues.
Please hold still for a second while you're doing that.
Oh, okay.
While you're searching, look for Max's axe.
No,
I imagine that's pretty easy.
You find nothing. There's a lot of shit, and it smells terrible in this room. That's
Do I find
about
Max's
it.
axe?
Oh yeah, you can find the hand axe.
Okay, I toss you your body spray back.
Thanks.
Uh,
Appreciate it.
Pass me on the
Alright.
shoulder and up the stairs.
I'm gonna refresh roll 20 because the earthen bolt took forever to show up on my screen.
Kind of quiet in
So you
here
make your way
today.
up. You see
It's,
the floor of the second floor is pretty much rotted out and such, but you do see that the stairway continues up to the third floor.
Wait, we were already here. This is the wrong spot. Remember
Yeah,
that
we already killed
bottom
these guys.
map is supposed to be rotated?
No, this should be the right one.
No, we've already
Oh, look.
been here.
Our characters are on the right side from where you are. Havoc.
Oh,
We can still see that.
Oh, there.
fixed it. That's what I get
There
for
we go.
leaving characters
Fixed.
behind.
I was like, wait, I see
I'm
my
like-
kill count
I'm like,
here. Hold on.
I'm looking over here. I'm like, no, y'all have not been here. What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, so you see rotted out kind of floor beneath you, but you do see the stairwell continues up above to the next floor.
This is just a circular. This is like a tower. Is there
Mhm.
anything up
Basically a
here?
tower. Nope, just a stairwell and the rotted floor. The doorway looks like there might have been a doorway there once, but it's all rotted out and just hanging in the air now.
I'm sorry. So this is a dead end. There's nothing up here.
No, we can
There
go.
is a stairwell going to the third floor.
Sorry. Okay.
Yep.
I didn't understand what you were saying.
We got another stairwell over here.
Boop, 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 boop.
Quiet.
All right. So as you go up to this next floor, you see as you're climbing up to the top of the stairs, a trapdoor is actually blocking your way to get to this the top of the third floor at the top of the stairs.
What's it made out of?
Wood.
Okay. So I just see a hole. Cool. Tara's gonna try and walk through the hole.
She bangs her head on the trapdoor that's still closed.
Gonna try and open it
Yeah, it
carefully.
opens. It's not locked.
All right. I will gingerly open the trapdoor.
Don't.
Gingerly.
Don't stop calling it a trap door too. You're jinxing it.
That's why I didn't want to stand
It's
behind
a scuttle
him.
hole. Get it right.
So as you're opening the door and you kind of poke your head into the room, you quickly dart your head around, looking around, and you see this open chamber contains a large table. You see what appears to be some like large rolled up papers that may be some charts or such on racks around the walls. The thing that catches your eye immediately, though, you see what appears to be 3 bodies are sprawled on the floor all around the room. However, they're reduced by time to just powdery bones and dusty tatters of cloth.
Relay to the rest of the party what I see. And pull myself up. Or go through whatever door I just opened.
Okay, you open the doors at the end of the stairs, so you're able to move into the room now.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
What's the swirl out here on the map?
Part of the drawing of the map.
Cinnamon roll.
Mineral.
Oh, now I want a cinnamon roll.
The
I do
War of
too.
Candyland.
We're bringing the candy man.
So as you all begin to move into this room, you see much of the same large table. As you look around, you see that these rolled up parchments are actually large charts with dots across them. And you see some text that you're able to eventually find out that these are star charts.
Does it look like it coincides with anything specifically? Like, are these one and the same, or is just kind of an observatory?
They look like they were maps of the stars, kind of just mapping out the sky in this area.
Star charts, you say?
Yeah, interesting, but not super relevant.
Can I grab one of them?
Roll me a 1d10.
8.
All right, so as you reach down and pull one of these star charts out, the edge of it where you grabbed hold of it crumbles away to dust.
Ugh. Holy crap, this one's
Wow.
old.
And as you do so, you hear voices ringing out all around you that say, "Leave them alone."
Okay,
And
back up.
3 spectral figures rise out of the 3 dead bodies on the floor and move towards you to attack. Roll for initiative.
I think the line of sight's broken on this.
I mean, have you moved into the room?
We
Yeah.
we were trying, but I can go back this way.
I mean, you're token
think it's-
straight where I thought you were going. So, or can you not
No,
go through this wall?
the stairs are backwards.
Oh.
Yeah, the
We're
stairs
hitting
are
diamond
backwards
cutting?
for us.
The back of the stairs
That's what I was
is the
trying to
door.
say.
Oh.
We got a solid line here we can't go past, but we can go to the bottom and around.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm gonna
Mhm.
say that's
Yeah.
another
Yeah,
stairway
yeah.
going up to just the window, possibly a balcony.
Yeah, that's actually a stairwell going down. It's the way the arrow was pointing. That's confusing the way it was
Yeah.
done, though.
Mhm.
Okay, so now as you move into the room, you can actually see what's going on. I assume
I
you
could
all
if you
moved
drag
around.
me.
I have to drag you. Everybody else can found the exit.
Go down the stairs.
Oh, that was up.
Yeah, backwards. Arrows are backwards. Okay, now that
Uh.
that mystery has been solved.
Hey, Steve, fancy seeing you here again.
Hey, how's it going?
Haven't seen you around these parts in a while.
Well, I missed you. You stop.
All right.
Steve forgot his token again.
God damn it, Steve.
I clicked it. I swear to God, I clicked it.
No, you probably clicked Max's. That's what I've convinced myself y'all do anytime y'all miss. There's no good excuse for me, so just take your excuse and run with
You're
it.
blind.
Right, I misclicked because I can't see.
All right, so as you're all standing there, you see these ghosts essentially moving towards you to attack. The first one moves directly for Stone Skull and swipes away with one of its claws. And it crit fails. All right.
Yeah.
You missed.
Start.
That's a great
And
way
it
to start things.
Yeah.
65. That isn't going to work because it's not using a weapon. All right, so as it swings around, this creature turns its side completely towards you, Stone Skull, and you will have advantage on your next attack on it.
Cool.
Stone Skull.
Yeah, so I'll just
Cash it in.
go ahead and, cash that in right now. 15 to hit.
15 will hit.
Okay. 13 slashing, and if it is not dead, it is marked. And then I'm going to step up beside it and do the same to the other one.
Okay.
24. There we go.
Also hit.
For another 12, and it is marked as well.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
All right, so as you walk up and start swinging your blade around, you notice as you're slicing through these things, these creatures are almost completely see-through, and your blade kind of slides through their bodies. It seems like you're not doing full damage to it with the swipes, but you're definitely doing something to them. However, they're both standing as they both glare at you with their menacing eyes. And the one that you just attack is not a fan of it.
That's cool.
Does a 21 hit?
Yeah.
I need a con saving throw as this icy touch goes through your body.
Can we just, not con save because he's going to succeed on them?
Hey, you never know. You can roll that nat 1. So yeah, as you feel this icy tendrils going through your body, you take 11 necrotic damage, but you feel like almost some of your your life was being taken away, but you're able to suck it back in with your just beefy ass constitution. Ignalia.
I will. Oh, okay. I couldn't see one of them because of my health bubble. I will step up to the one in front of me and swing at it with a flame blade. 14.
14 hits.
Right. 7 slashing, 3 fire, and I'm gonna radiant smite that. Oh, nice. For 12 damage.
Strong.
All right, so as you bring your flame blade around, you feel that the blade itself isn't doing a lot, but the magic definitely is. You feel the fire tear away at this creature, and then the radiant energy just pulsates out of the wound that you created, doing massive damage to it. It's still standing, for lack of a better word, as it kind of floats in the air in front of you, but it is not looking like there's much of it left. That being said, it's going to retaliate at you, Ignalia. Rolling a 15.
No, sir.
And it is going to move on to
Ignalia again?
Max.
Ignalia again?
No, Max.
I'm going to step up next to Stone Skull here, and pointing the antagonist, I'm going to string a few words together, saying, "Be gone from here. Your time is ended."
Towards the one to your north, I guess.
North, yeah. Sorry. Yes, Mr. Smock.
Okay, it rolled a 13. So
Takes 3 psychic.
That is disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes.
okay, we'll just throw that onto it. All right, and it takes 3 psychic damage.
Actually, it should take more than that. Level 5, but I didn't realize that this didn't.
Okay, yeah,
up
just
it.
roll one more d4. Yeah, you just gotta
Okay.
manually change that at level 5. All right,
Yeah,
so
I got
it's 6.
I didn't realize it scaled, to be honest.
Yeah, a lot of those cantrips do. So yeah, as Maximilian steps forward, he screams out this reverberating psychic energy, interlacing his words. You see the specter kind of recoil back away from it, obviously pretty affected by his words. Steve.
I take a swipe at or stab at it with my rapier.
You sure you're not going to run away?
As of right now, no, I'm not going to run away.
All right, take a strike. A 12 hits.
AC? What AC?
That's not much here. Yeah, even with your weapon not seeming to really do a whole lot, this thing just got annihilated by Ignalia's attacks, and it dissipates down to nothing, letting out this kind of ghostly shriek and wail as it disappears.
All right. Going to dash here, and then it's my turn.
Terra.
I am going to cast Wrathful Smite again, and we are going to take a swing at the one next to Stone Skull here.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
12 bludgeoning, 3 psychic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which one were you hitting? The
Yeah.
one here next to...
This one right here.
Okay.
Let's make a wisdom save.
Yeah, he should have to make a wisdom save.
All right, wisdom save, nat 20.
Okay, he is a wise guy.
No, just a +0 mod, but just got real lucky against that attack. All right, so he holds off against the psychic effect of your attack, but takes a massive amount of damage. He is barely still in existence right now, and it's upset with you, actually. It's going to turn towards you, Terra, and swing this claw towards you at 22 this time. I need a con save from you.
1 second.
Didn't even ask him if it hit.
It has
Yeah, I know.
disadvantage from
It
me.
does have disadvantage.
Oh, it does have this.
Still marked until the start of my turn.
Not a 22 and 19.
No, 19 will not hit because... Wait, no. That's probably...
that's
no, I'm not... Yeah, no, that's fine. Let it hit.
Okay.
Still in the con
Okay.
save.
As soon as it hits,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm not
going to
worried about
retaliate.
Ooh!
Damn
I
it.
wouldn't either.
How much damage have it?
You took, let me go past this block of text here. 7 necrotic damage.
Okay.
And then Stone Skull, you'll get your
Yep, on my
special
bonus,
attack
yep.
on it. Okay. You saved against it, so you just take some damage. All right, Stone's go.
Okay, bonus attack, special attack that thing.
12 hits.
With advantage, so it wouldn't have even mattered. 13 slashing.
Still standing, barely.
Okay, I'll use one more swipe of the great sword at it. Another 13, and then
It's
going to use my second primary attack on the one to the north, but probably gonna miss.
Yeah, 9's not quite enough.
Yeah. So yeah,
You roll higher than a 2.
the one to the north is no longer marked either.
But it
Alright.
still has disadvantage because of
So-
Willie.
Yep. So yeah, as you bring the sword around once, getting this creature as it's attacking Terra, you slice through it, and it whips around to you. Most of its form just kind of shimmering as it barely holds itself together, and you bring another sword swipe through it, dissipating its form completely, and it lets out another ghostly shrill scream as it goes away. But this one to your north, not being too happy about Max yelling in his face, is going to try to hit you at disadvantage with a 9 instead of the 23.
Strong.
And it misses its attack. Ignalia.
All right. Attempting to end this quickly, I will rush up and try to cut it right after it misses. 18. 10 total.
Still standing.
Yep. Nope. That's it for me.
So once again, you feel the blade slicing through, seeming to not really cut a whole lot, but your fire to spread through this creature, obviously doing damage. This guy's dead. Max.
With a little bit more vigor this time, so, just yelling, and I said, "Be gone!" Oh,
That's unfortunate. And he rolled an 18 for his wisdom save. So your spell just has 0 effect on him this time. He just glares at you.
he's an asshole.
Anything else?
No, I'm done.
All right, Steve.
Alright, while he's glaring at Max, I'm going to stab him again. Or stab him.
Yeah. All right, he's still standing.
I'm assuming because Ghost, like, no sneak.
Uh,
No
No,
vitals to be had.
no, because ghost.
Look, it's not gonna matter.
Slashing.
Here,
yeah.
look, it's really not.
Yeah.
Look, you're
Yeah, it's
done.
not.
Let's move on.
All 3 of these specters have been brought down to 1 HP by an attack and not killed with it. So,
Oh.
yeah. So, as Steve is sitting there trying to find vital points and just unable to, Tara just steps up and swings the hammer through the air where she thinks this creature is floating and catches it and dissipates its entire form down to nothing.
Yeah, I just want y'all to know I did that completely blind. I had no idea where they were.
Kaboom. You're really good at guessing.
And we're sure she's actually blind.
I'm not convinced.
I'm gonna start making all sorts of faces behind Tara. See, she can't see anything.
Nope, no idea.
Okay. So this stairwell does not go up any higher.
Nope, you're at the top of a tower now.
Can I quickly dig through any more of the star charts?
Yeah, I would
the
say
bodies.
I think you would see after the touching the first one, you would be a little bit more ginger about touching them. You're able to get, let's see. You see that one is, you find one that is drawn on parchment that holds together as you pick it up. You find another star chart that's scribed on a clay disc, and you find another one that's etched on a thinly rolled copper, rather.
Ooh. All right, I look around for just
Fancy.
Any generic kind of, like architect's tubing, whatever we might have of that kind, just to store it.
You see one tube that seems to still not be rotted away. That look like it might hold the parchment well enough. Not
Excellent.
so much for this disc or the rolled copper, unless you threw the copper in there with the parchment. Maybe it won't get torn up in your travels.
Maybe. Yeah, no, I'll put the parchment in there. I'll put the disc, carefully into my bag. Thinly rolled copper.
Mm-hmm.
Have it.
Yeah, I'll put that in the tube too. That stuff's wicked delicate.
Okay. What, Zorn?
This way should be towards the front of the castle, right? Where all the fighting was?
To the south.
To the south? Okay, I'm just going to move to the south wall, and I'm going to use mold earth to, on the outside of the wall, write the word freedom. As big as I can.
All right.
All the lizard folk to see. I
Okay.
don't know if they understand it, but whatever.
So, you all see. Give me a performance check, Tara.
Oh, sure.
Okay. So as you see Tara kind of waving her arms out, you look out the window to try to see what she's doing, and you see very large wet letters appearing in somewhat badly written common, but legible, appearing out on the swampland out in front of you. However, as you're looking at it, you see that the water is immediately filling up the letters as they appear into the ground and are going completely unnoticed by everyone.
I don't even know this, so.
Nothing?
Okay.
Nobody's going to run with that? Really?
No.
Man.
Did I know? Would I have noticed?
Oh, yeah, y'all walked out. You're like, what the hell's Tara doing? So you walked outside and you're like, oh, what the shit? Oh, that's cool. Oh, it's getting covered by water.
Oh.
It's a valiant effort. I wish we would have brought Slidergo's body up here. Would have sent a message that water couldn't erase.
Right. Hang them from the tower.
It would have been easier to do so if we just brought the head.
Yeah.
Just
That's
throw
probably
the
not
head from the top of the tower down into the bow.
Freedom!
And the lizard folk's head, actually, that was on top of the other head, sticks into the ground and it starts waving back and forth.
Okay, so we didn't find who we were looking for here.
Yeah, this was a dead end.
I mean,
Looks like we should try another
wasn't there
stairwell.
3 dead bodies in here?
Yeah, but we're not looking for the other cultists. Or we're looking for the other cultists. We're not looking for
Right. Could this
men
not
who've
be
been
them?
dead for a very long
Tara's
time.
just gonna point towards the body. Could this not be them?
Havoc, didn't you say the bodies are like dust?
Yeah, he did. That's the point.
Yeah, like almost like I picked up parchment, it crumpled. This thing is ancient. Apparently no one's
Yeah.
come up here.
Yeah, Tara doesn't know they're dust. Are these not the bodies?
No, my dear, these have been dead far longer than the ones we're looking for. In
Yeah.
fact, I believe the ones we're looking for are alive.
I'm getting sleepy. We need to hurry up.
Well, stop chewing so much salted pork and focus.
Never.
Yeah, you should really eat organic, and I hand Tara one more of the giant centipede swarm chunks that I saved.
Oh,
Tara was the one who recommended these, so she's just going to take it from him and eat it.
gladly gobble it down.
This one's a little charred, kind of burned a little bit, but still has that kind of gross meaty taste to it.
Just
I chow down on one too.
Concept.
they don't taste that bad. They're really good for you. Tara now has like what appears to be a mandible kind of hanging on the edge of her lip.
I was really hoping you're saying she's growing a mandible.
As fun as that would be.
Look, I already got enough problems. I don't need to add mandibles.
All right, just for the expediency of time, you notice that there's no way out of that. You're just grasping at straws now. And you make your way back down, finally down to the first floor, kind of storming back through this muck as you see the creature that you slayed kind of just floating around in this makeshift latrine / garbage disposal. You look down here and you see that the bodies of all the slain creatures have been moved off to the north wall. You see a couple of your lizardfolk friends standing next to the giant lizards. You see the one over here, furthest to the west, is cut across his chest. He's kind of holding the wound, panting a little bit, but looks like he'll make it. As you come out, you see a very serpentine grin come across his face, and he kind of waves you over towards him.
I'll approach and I'll give him just a quick point of lay on hands to help stabilize the wound securely.
Okay, and he looks up at you and almost just awe in his eyes as you do so, as his chest heals just a little bit, not fully closing the wound, but doing enough to kind of ease his pain a bit. And he smiles at you. He says, "Thank you, friend. I needed that. I have news, though. Must not get distracted. We found Dralmorer. He's up on the second floor, and he kind of motions back to his west, where you see a central kind of wall surrounding the area. He says, "There's stairs there. He's holed up on the second floor. He's the one that," and he motions down to his chest, "that gave me this."
Is it true what we've heard? Did Rezmir escape?
With that, he kind of solemnly nods. He says, "Yes, the dragon lady left as soon as the fighting started. Her and the wizard who wore the red cloak took off and went down into the caves below."
There was a magical circle down there that we interrupted, so I don't believe we'll have to worry about them coming back. How goes the fighting outside?
He kind of pants a little bit as he, stands back up straight, putting a kind of proud look on his face. He says, "The bullywugs within the castle have all been slayed. Snapjaw is now leading attack outside upon their camp and scattering the rest of their forces now that they know that." He kind of motions back behind him down where you had thrown Farblex's body, which you, as you kind of peek around, you see is gone now, been dragged away. It says, "Now that they know that their leader is dead, they are all scattering to the swamp."
Take a hand and clap him on the shoulder and be like, "Good."
Grunts in pain. "Thank you."
Right now, it'd be enough to watch him grimace. You were much tougher than your stature belies. Now, take us to this last cultist and let us cleanse this place of their influence.
As you do so, he nods curtly at you and passes the chain to the giant lizard he was holding at bay and walks over in this direction. And as he does so, he points to a door. He says, "Beyond this door is another spiral stairwell. Their leader..." Oh my god, everything is taking forever to load. Jesus. There it is. "Their leader, Dralmorer, waits for you at the top there."
Well, clean up everything out here, secure your people, make a full sweep. We didn't completely secure the basement, the caves in the basement. There might be more frogs. I suggest taking the remaining men that you have and ensuring that the caves in the basement are fortified. We'll go handle. Sorry.
With that, another curt nod from this lizard folk, in agreement. He says, "It will be done. We'll take a contingent down there and see if we can find any more of the scum to slaughter."
Yeah, so could you please take care of those big giant frogs? They were kind of in the way last time.
I'm sure the lizards will make short work of those frogs.
Or right though. It was more of those, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, downstairs.
Yeah, or is it
No.
something different?
There were remember when we came in, there were giant frogs that the bullywugs were on.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
Or rather, they have.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know.
I'm going to go to the door and open it wide and motion for Stone Skull to lead the way.
Guy with the lowest HP at the front of the pack. Let's do it.
Sounds about right.
Yep. Not
I mean,
getting
I'll go
any,
first.
All right.
not
Clearly
getting any
see-
healing, but we'll go ahead and give it to the NPC.
As I go through the
Motherfuckers.
door,
Had like 4 damage of healing that needed healing. All right, that was rough on him.
Man.
Yeah, you see a spiral staircase as well as another door leading off somewhere else, but the spiral staircase is definitely what you were directed at.
as I go through the door, I'm going to yell at the lizard folk, and watch your step in there. There's holes. They have spikes.
That you kind of hear it, somewhat confused, yelling back in there. Very well.
I didn't want to be responsible for that.
And as you go up the stairwell, are you sneakily going up? Or are you just charging up? Stone Skull being in the lead.
I think I'm the only one with a shield, right? Yeah.
You don't have the
Um,
shield.
Oh, I'm either way. I'll step forward and put my shield up in front. Make my way slowly up the steps, but yeah, I'll just instruct everyone to go up stealthily. Trying to get the jump on the guy.
Okay. All right. As y'all head up the stairs, we're gonna take a quick 2-minute break so I can go pee real quick, and I'll be right back.
You better start wearing diapers.
All right. You're
Drinking
the
a
man.
lot of
We'll
water.
take
It's
a short break
healthy,
here.
damn it. Just makes me
Hey,
pee a
we're gonna
lot.
go fund me to get Havoc a catheter
No, more
for
importantly,
D&D
this
nights.
is Texas, and staying hydrated is important.
Oh yeah, it's getting into desert season. It's
Yeah.
getting into real hot season. So hot season's closing up, and you're gonna go into real hot season, and then into summer.
Oh, no, dude, I actually have to change like how I live while I'm working, because if I don't, I'll get sick. And
What's the temperature up there?
today it was only like 80 because it was overcast, but it was when we went out there on Saturday, it almost hit 90 already.
I like you say it's 80. It's overcast. Like it was bright and sunny, and it was like 72, but like the breeze was cooling it down. And it's like tomorrow might hit 80, and everyone's jacked. Like we're almost there. Come on.
Yeah, because that's where y'all top out at. You're like, cool, 80. We can go chill by the lake.
No. We'll get to the mid 90s, but
Okay.
it's just straight. If it gets up to that temperature, it's 90+% humidity. So you're just
Because y'all got the lake there, right?
Mhm.
So it's gotta be really humid. Oh, that's terrible. See, it's always humid here, so
It'll
I'm
do that
used to it. But
nonsense.
to y'all, I would just
Where
imagine a bunch of people in Michigan just walking around trying not to die.
Yeah, just damp. Well, and that's the thing is it'll do that spot rain nonsense for like 4
Mhm.
days. Where it'll just be muggy and it feels like the air will just get oversaturated and then let go a little bit, go down to like 95%, and then it's like, please just rain.
That's.
Please.
Oh
Just
no,
let
I
it
hate
go.
it. No, I don't want it to rain because it's even worse here. Because once it does that, like it was humid, and now that it's rained and the little storm has gone by, the sun is just evaporating everything instantly, and so
Well,
it's
that's
100% worse.
It's the best part about being by the water on the side is when that does that, cool, like it's the low front comes through, so all of it comes across the water and brings like this cooling effect. So if it's 90+ degrees and then it rains real hard, the next day is going to be like 85 with no humidity, just beautiful and crisp for like 2 or 3 days. Like it's awesome.
I bet that causes a bunch of fog though.
Oh yeah, yeah. You have to have fog lights. You have to. You ain't going nowhere.
But yeah, no, I changed my eating routine completely. Like I drank 3 bottles of, well, like 3 28-ounce bottles of Ozark in a day, and had a chicken sandwich for lunch, and that was it.
Okay. Guess we're going up.
Spring's almost got here.
You ever? One of the things I like to do when I was working outside was, what is it?
All right, everybody back.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
We're just talking about the weather like old men, because we are.
Old man, put me to
Yeah, I
sleep.
know.
All right, so as you start moving up stealthily, you see you're going pretty quietly. I won't even make you roll for it. You come up to the top of the stairs, and before you, you see this.
This
These.
somewhere. Where is this?
Quickly delete your other tokens real quick.
Oh god, it's a man.
So in front of you, you see a thing and stuff. Oh, really?
No, mini boss confirmed. If he was a boss, he'd have a hat too.
Ooh. Or a cane.
Or a cane, yeah. A hat and cane are interchangeable.
Hold on, but he also could be a boss if he has a witty one-liner.
Oh yeah, we gotta wait and see. To make a valid point.
Did we get a witty one-liner if we sneak attack him though?
See, I think he's got to be a mini boss because it's just Drowmer. It's not like Drowmer the Dark or anything like that. Like that's when you know it's boss time.
Insane levels of metagaming going on.
I mean, we're
It's like it's
metagaming
just
other
overflowing
games
right
in
now.
this game.
All right. So as you all come up to the top here, I gotta remember what all your races were. Ginsai, 2 Dragonborn, Goliath, and Signalia is a thing. She's an Asimir. Yeah.
Azamar.
Yeah.
Asteroid.
Asimir. All right. So as you all make your way up,
Masters.
you see a man standing here, and though he initially looks like he should have some different music playing.
Okay, guys, if it's Final Fantasy VII music, it's definitely a boss.
If it's
Sephiroth.
one-winged angel, we retreat right now. I
I
don't have the spells for that nonsense.
Yeah, if it's one wing angel, I'm gonna go find a long rest section.
Okay. So as you go up, you initially see that this man is definitely an elf. The pointy ears and the flowing gold hair definitely betray his lineage and his race. However, you see that the beauty that once beset his face has obviously gone away, as you see no less than 3 large gashes across his face, leaving deep scars, starting from the top right of his forehead and going all the way down to the bottom left of his chin. And as you all look up, he kind of looks up at you very nonchalantly. He says, "Oh, more creatures for me to deal with. Well, what say you? What do you want?"
Kind of keeping my guard up is to say, Drowmer, I take it.
And as you say that, he kind of bows down a little bit with a flourish. You see this kind of blue spiking armor as well as his cloak kind of part way for him to do so. And he raises his sword and shield out for you to see. He says, "Dralmorer Born Grey, at your service."
You just
Shh.
Why are you shushing into my ear?
not you. I'm shushing.
Okay, holy fuck, mute yourself when you do it. God. That is loud.
Say, the lizard folk speak about as highly of you as anyone they spoke of, as far as the cultists were concerned. Do you mean to do us? Do you mean ill will upon us, or can we speak?
With that, you see him kind of tilting his head. He says, "They were less unattractive creatures, I suppose, than those disgusting bullywugs. Why Resmir felt the need to put them in charge of this castle is beyond me. But yes, I've done my best to treat them well, though I have no idea who you are and what you're doing in this castle."
I think until further notice, we'll be asking the questions. There's more of us than you. What do you say?
With that, you see him kind of smile. He says, "Numbers don't always decide the outcome of a battle, friend."
True, but a seasoned veteran will know when he's outmatched.
Can I help you?
And as you say that, he kind of looks at you and raises an eyebrow. "A seasoned veteran would also know when a wolf has got his back to a corner."
That's why I wish to speak. Nothing good can come from this. from our confrontation. Maybe some good can come from our cooperation.
With that, you see him kind of shrug and lean kind of nonchalantly against the wall. You get a very real sense of confidence radiating from him, and he says, "Very well, speak, creature."
We've come this way for Resmir. How do we find her? Where is she?
With that, you see him kind of tilt his head, swaying his hair back behind his head. Says, "She's gone. She's taken the portal out of here, where I was trying to go until I was forced back in here by those creatures."
Well, the portal in the basement is no longer a door for you. It's closed.
With that, you kind of see a smirk appear on him. Closed. Or maybe just to you who do not know how to use it.
I kind of give Ignalia a knowing glance to myself. We know how it's used, and it's closed now. I want to. I mean, I could even. I want to.
As
Kind
you're,
of intimidate him. You know what I mean?
as you're saying that, give me a deception check as you're saying that it's closed to him.
Okay.
Okay, so as you say that, you see him kind of raising an eyebrow, looking at you, and kind of leans forward a little bit, somewhat interested. How would it be closed? There's no possible way for you to know how to use that portal.
So it seems you don't you don't know everything.
I'm gonna actually cut Max off and just be like, I'm good at breaking things. I don't need to know how they work to break them.
I would imagine that would elicit a genuine chuckle. And we do have quite the bag of tricks, us five.
With that, he kind of tilts his head and leans back against the wall again. He says, "Very well. Go on then. What do you want?"
Um, in the vein of honest cooperation, we have been sent to track your movements, but there's a personal matter that we wish to settle with Resmir herself. We don't know how to find her. Perhaps you could help with that.
With that, you see kind of a smile, a sly one appearing on his face. He says, "Friend, now you call yourself a seasoned warrior, but you think that I would betray my comrades to you? Come now, you should know better than that."
Says, well, now I understand how deep your loyalties lie.
And you should say that he kind of laughs. "Loyalties mean nothing. When the queen has descended upon this land, all of you inferior races will be gone, and the
Oof.
elves will be able to return to this plane back where we belong."
As he starts with the elf thing, I'm just gonna like, ooh, shake my ouch. That is that kind of elitism doesn't get you very far in this world.
What
He
pitiful
smiles.
creature thinks an elf will be allowed to remain when a dragon rears its head?
With that, he kind of leans forward and almost like saying something to you in confidence. He says, "The Eldris Valuthra will inherit the land. We are the only race that should be allowed to survive her wrath and fury. It should be
Then,
rather obvious to you."
Yeah, you'll
perhaps,
be the first easy, Mark.
perhaps it is time that I tell you the story of how I got my sword. I'm going to reach back for it and wait.
Hold on, I'll put my hand on his shoulder. Just kind of stay him for a second. Said, so will this be the end of your tale then, Drummer? Will you give us no assistance? Will you stand here, defiant to the end?
With that, he kind of tilts his head. Says, "Defiance? I've been nothing but cooperative. I've answered your questions. aside from ones that my allegiances wouldn't allow. You,
You can
however,
understand
have
how that
offered
would be a
nothing.
problem.
Maybe if you negotiated better, we would have something more to talk about, but right now you're just a group of thugs threatening me. Of course I'm not going to cooperate with you.
Negotiating would assume there's something you want from us.
He kind of looks past you over at the stairwell. I would like to leave this castle, preferably unscathed.
So, in order that is a tall order, and would have a hefty price tag, including the information on why a red wizard is allied with you and where Resmir is located. Both of those. Or I'm afraid that door will stay shut to you.
With that, you see him kind of raising a finger and shaking his head and clucking his tongue. No, no, no. You are asking far too much. You make a very poor bargain. You see, I will give you one thing if you give me one. I will leave and I will tell you something you want to know. This is how negotiations work.
I'm going to kind of turn to Max and say, we need a lot more information than just what he's willing to offer when he leaves.
Agreed. But I think what he's done us no ill, nor can we, and by all accounts, those that he's treated speak highly of him. He's clearly not innocent, but I don't think he's guilty, guilty to be resigned to death.
I kind of shrugged. Lizard folk speaking highly of someone, it doesn't hold much salt. Just because he didn't mistreat them, because he is that kind of turn and look at him, ugly and disfigured like them, doesn't make him a good person.
I just, kind of get real close and, like pat you on the side of the head, like, like that's perfect. Even if we let him go, if he's, and you kind of stand up and be like, if he is a good person or was good to them, they'll let him leave. If not, he's got an army of people who he's mistreated. What does it matter if we let him go?
Well, I think the lizard folk already said that they wouldn't take up.
Yeah, so I think that's as much a vote of confidence as I need to get more information to further our cause. We now know where all the gold's coming. We can report back to the Harpers now. The next step is figuring out where Resmir is.
And as you're saying
Where they
that
went.
out loud, Drowmer looks over at you and tilts his head once again. Says, Resmir has gone through the portal that you... And he raises his hand up and kind of does air quotations that you broke.
We didn't say broke, we closed.
And we
That
didn't
he-
say we did it before she had gone through.
Yeah,
that
she
he kind
escaped.
of... He has like a almost mock surprise on his face as he opens his eyes. You sealed a portal that has been around for centuries. Have you now? He looks between, kind of shifting his eyes from each person in the party, looking back and forth. No, I don't think you did.
So where does that portal go then?
With that, he just shrugs. Says it goes somewhere not here. You'll have to go through it to see.
How do you go through it?
And that he raises a finger. Aha! And that is the question you must ask. But nothing comes for free, my friend. I must be allowed to leave unharmed, and I will tell you the secret to the portal.
I'm going to message into Max's mind and say, this guy's pissing me off. There's probably a clue around here somewhere. If he's not willing to cooperate, then we should off him and be done with it.
Yes, kind of just send a message back that I think we have to. Otherwise, we have to kill this man where he stands. And I don't think that. I don't think I can do that. I don't think I can condone it.
Then we keep him here on watch while at least one of us goes throughout the rest of the castle and looks for clues.
Deal. I'll stay with him.
Well, I believe multiple people should stay with him. I'll go and be the one to search.
Leave Steve and Stone Skull. Or no, Tara. Tara and Stone Skull.
As you're all kind of discussing amongst yourselves again, he looks over, kind of raising his eyebrows up at you. And what have you decided, my friends?
We are still newcomers to this location. I agree to your terms personally, but there's a little bit more convincing work that needs to be done for my comrades' sake. I hope you acquiesce and give us a moment to collect our thoughts before we decide exactly how to proceed.
He kind of clucks his tongue again. I thought you would be more organized for someone who's caused this much trouble for the castle, but I guess I shall wait on you for now.
I'm gonna kind of, yeah, I've had it with him clucking his tongue at me. I want to like move forward and get right up in his face. Like, I am all that stands between you and death. Please show some restraint with your attitude.
So as you get up right on his face, give me a perception check. You clearly see as he is raising his hand up for a quick grab against your chest and your armor. What's your AC?
18.
He grabs hold of it and electricity courses through your body, and you take 8 lightning damage as you open yourself up for an attack. And at that point, we're going to roll for initiative again.
Come on.
Get ready to get the business, buddy. I tried. I really, for sure. Oh, I get right.
Well, just remember, lawful good doesn't mean lawful nice.
Steve!
I know.
You
That's
betrayed
why
me.
I can tell him to shut up. I wanted to tell him. I didn't put my hands on him. I just got right up in his
I
face.
hung out with you for a little bit. It's been real, but you put hands on my boy back.
It's on my boy. That's a no-no.
Did you just D&D bros before hose me?
Love you,
Yeah,
boo.
but you-
Got shit to do.
Yeah, but you didn't see it. It's fine.
By the way, I haven't been hearing any music since we got in here.
Yeah, I turned it off for that exchange.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Now it's back.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, I didn't want to talk over the music the entire time.
Yep.
Alrighty, so as you see Max get electrocuted as he steps too close to this guy who was just waiting for an opportunity to even the playing field. Steve, you're the first to react.
All right. Seeing Max get electrocuted, I'm going to move up. And look for a squishy spot.
He rolled 2.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, give me the business. Don't put hands on my
Oh, my Jesus. All right.
Yeah.
So,
Please tell me that's enough. Tell me that's enough to outright kill him.
That's not enough.
it's a lot, but it's not quite enough. So with max damage on your sneak attack, you're going to do a total of 39 damage.
Man.
So as Steve runs forward, seeing Maximilian being grasped, seeing his brother being under attack by this very sly villain. Runs forward and stabs straight through this studded leather armor, piercing through it almost like the end of his blade was possessed to go straight for this guy's heart. It just misses a killing blow, but does a massive amount of damage. He coughs up blood onto the floor and just turns a hateful glare towards you, Steve.
Oh, good. I'm glad he's making eye contact. I look looking in her eyes as I slide them off my blade.
All right, Stone Skull.
Gonna run up, tap this individual on their shoulder, and as they look at me, I'm gonna bring the sword straight down on their head. Or try to.
16 will hit.
For 15 slashing.
Okay.
Still alive?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. 15.
15 swings and it bounces off his shield.
Okay. And that will be my turn.
All right, so as you bring it around once, you catch him in the arm, and he, chokes out a little bit more blood from the wound as he's recovering himself. Still looking ready to fight, but looking very hurt now. And he breaks up and blocks the other attack. And Ignalia.
All right. I'm using Scorching Ray.
Man, I'm really not going to
these
get
are all-
healed.
It's 3 rays. They're each an individual attack, so 26 and 9.
Oof.
Crit fail. Alright. So what's the damage on that? Yeah. That sucks. Man, that fucking sucks. Alright. 4 damage.
All right, roll me a... Yeah, well, it's because it's part of another attack. We won't have you roll D100 in time. So, as you fire off these 3 rays, 2 of them go wide around him as he's struggling in battle with Steve and Stone Skull. However, you're able to land 1 right into his chest. It scorches for a little bit of damage, but he is definitely still standing. That being said, he stands and raises his head up as he looks at all 3 of you in front of him. And even though he just coughed up blood, he smiles, and you see his teeth are kind of stained with his blood. And he says, "Thanks for moving away, fellas." And he vanishes. And appears right next to Ignalia. As he's running by her, he turns around and swings his longsword at her. 15, I don't think, hits.
Nope.
And he's going to try to run down the stairs. He will
Alright.
provoke an attack of opportunity from you.
Alright. 16?
16 hits.
And I can make that a smite.
Okay.
13 total damage. And my last spell slot.
All right. So as you turn around, seeing him appear behind you, you quickly raise up your own blade, blocking and parrying aside his, and catch him with another hit. And as you do so, the blade glows white, catching him, and he gets about 10 feet away from you down the stairs before he runs out of movement. So you can still barely see him. Everybody else is having a little bit of trouble. You know that he's disappeared down the stairs, though. Max.
Go for it. So I can clearly catch that dude, right?
Yeah, should be about your max movement. You should be able to run right behind him.
I can't see him.
I'm 25 from him, so if you ran around, you would be 20 right here.
Okay.
So yeah, you run down the stairs and you come up behind him as he's quickly booking it down the stairs.
Imagine that swipe from Ignalia knocked him off balance. Give me enough time to catch up and bring the antagonist to 16.
Yeah, you hit him.
Yeah. For 11.
So as you turn around and catch him with the antagonist raking across this guy's back, his armor does nothing to save him. He actually stumbles and turns around, and you see him just gasping in pain, looking very weary, like he's almost about to fall. And he kind of raises his hands up. He says, "Wait, no, spare my life. I will tell you how to go through the portal. Spare my life."
Just want to reach down and grab him by like the throat and pull him up against the wall. Just speak now, and I'll decide whether the information's worth sparing your life.
All right. So as you do so, he clearly drops his sword, offering no resistance as you do so. Terra, we'll go around the turn order to see if anybody wants to do anything.
Oh, sorry.
For flavor, can I cast Maximilian's Earth and Grass without doing damage and just hold him in place? I mean, if not, I'm just going to sink his feet into the stone.
Yeah, no. I'm going to say no just because it's the nature of the spell to do damage.
Okay. Then I'll just come up on the stairs next to Max and kind of mold Earth to hold the guy's arms to the stone wall he's holding him against.
Okay, and he stands there, and his arms, along with part of his shield, melds into the stone wall as you do so, letting Max be able to step away and know that he is fully restrained now. Steve?
And the thing, he thought he was a Billy Bad.
Seeing him restrained, I'm going to hold my action. I'm sure I heard Max like yelling in his face to get the information, so I'll wait to see what he does and then act accordingly.
Okay, Stone Skull?
Just gonna hold an action in case he panics and tries to do something stupid.
Alright, Ignalia?
I want to lean into his face and see, just like gaze into his eyes and see if he is telling the truth.
Give me an insight check.
18.
Yeah, he seems like he's 100% done. His plan did not work out of teleporting away. He's done.
Hey,
Which I'll say, you have no recourse. You will give up your arms. You'll tell us what you need to know, and the only thing you get back is your life.
As you say that, you see him kind of slant his eyes at you, somewhat glaring, but not with any force behind it. He knows that he is beaten, and as I turn down this music, he turns towards Maximilian, who initially trapped him, and sighs heavily, kind of wincing in pain from his various wounds that he took in a very short amount of time from those massive attacks y'all dropped on him. And he looks back up and he says, Drazier, go to the circle and say that word. Make sure you're standing within it, lest you leave something behind that you may want to keep. But that is the magic word to the teleportation circle.
where does it lead?
He kind of looks up at you and says, I gave my information.
I punch him in the gut.
All right. Making an unarmed strike with advantage?
All
D20
right.
plus strength. You know.
Isn't unarmed flat damage in 5e? Like 3?
Yeah. It's
Sorry. You want an attack roll or just damage?
Yeah, if you're gonna go to punch him in the stomach with an intent to hurt him, yeah. You're pretty much gonna auto hit since he's restrained and can't move. So you'll have to just roll your flat damage, which I think would be.
You get advantage, technically.
It's
I mean,
5 plus your strength.
Yeah, this guy looks like he's barely clinging on.
It's a flat 5 plus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then that's 8.
All right, as Ignalia walks up as this guy begins to counter-argue once again, slams her gauntleted fist right into his stomach, and he gasps, just letting all the air out that was in his diaphragm and his lungs, and he passes out.
I just turn to Ignalia, bring him back.
I'm on it. I pump 1 point of healing into him.
Okay. He,
Master Race, you
no, I'm
died,
sorry.
Master Race.
I'm
I didn't
sorry,
give you
it's-
permission.
It's 5 damage. 1 plus your strength mod, not 5 plus your strength mod.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
so
a
it's a
flat
little higher.
5.
So
it
4
was still
total.
enough. It was still enough. He had 2 health.
All right, I'm still doing the Russian from Firefly interrogation.
Okay. I think he's thoroughly interrogated.
He's not interrogated until he tells us where the portal goes.
Yeah, that's the last bit. Tell us where it goes, and we allow you to leave.
Excuse me while I pull up notes that I'm not supposed to have right now.
He's like, oh, that's the magic word. What? I mean, what? When the module is built for the players to be like, cool, thanks, you can go. Like, no, you got some more answers,
Yeah,
buddy.
I'm not going. Tara is not going through a portal that she doesn't know where it goes.
All right,
It
so as
doesn't
you
even
do
know if
that,
there's Earth
so
there.
Ignalia brings her fist around, driving into this man's chest. The damage is just too much for him to hold on. He passes out. Then, with the urging from Max, she raises up a hand and heals him back up and kind of slaps him across the face. And he wakes up and he looks, what more do you want from me?
I want
The
you to tell
location
me.
where the next punch comes from him, and I point at Stone Skull.
Make an intimidation check, Ignalia, with
No,
advantage.
I'll grin.
21.
Yeah, I'm not gonna roll. He has -1 charisma. So as you look at this guy, he kind of looks back over at Stone Skull and he shakes his head. He says, "Very well. The portal leads to." And it seems like he's just having to drag these words out of his own mouth. It leads to the hunting lodge. It is a base of operations for our organization. It leads to the Grey Peak Mountains.
Great.
With that,
Does it
motion
sound like
to-
he's lying or?
No, he's pretty fucking
Okay.
intimidated.
All
Yeah.
right.
He's
I'll
pretty
motion-
truthful. You all know
a
that
motion for Tara to let him go.
you all know that the Grey Peak Mountains are very far away.
Mm-hmm. Cover a lot of ground.
Tara doesn't notice anything.
Yeah, well done, Zorn.
I'm sorry.
So, what's happening?
Willie motioned for Tara to let him go, and Tara's blind.
Not doing anything. Touche. Tara, let him down.
Tara's gonna sigh. Are you sure? We could just leave him here until the Harpers get here.
No. Let him go.
Tara will reluctantly let him go.
I'm just like taking his sword and anything else potentially dangerous off him.
When he's when he's like kind of released, I'm gonna, I imagine he's in a bad place. Kind of pull him close and say, I hope you've seen the error in your ways, and I hope that we don't cross paths again.
With that, he
And it's not so much a threat. It's like, that's like words have been heard, like, you're shacking up with the wrong people, bud.
So as you say that, you see him he's kind of, as he falls from the wall where he was suspended by just his wrists and arms, he kind of falls down to the ground onto his knees and hands, and he raises his hands up, kind of covering his chest where the very large hole from the rapier stabbing him still resides, and he kind of looks up at you in just a little bit of a smirk on his face, and he looks over at you out of one eye. He says, for my sake, I hope I never see you again either.
And just kind of points, all right, go on.
I'd stop him.
Do
You
I
should,
not get to punch him?
I'm gonna, since the lizard folk think so highly of you, maybe you should help them get across the lake and get out of here.
As you say that, Tara, he kind of leans himself back against the wall, still panting. I mean, he looks like almost all the life is out of him. He looks over at you and says, I will think about it, little one.
I think you need them more than they need you right now.
With that, he kind of shrugs once again. Obviously, you don't see this. but that's all the response he gives as he kind of closes this one working eye and leans his head against the wall. And as that concludes, and you get ready to assume head downstairs, that is where we're going to end the session for the night.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll go ahead and end our session here. 1 second. Going to go ahead and pull up our list here. So don't forget, Wednesday is Empire. Then we are out until next Monday for Tyranny. Back here the following Wednesday for Giants. Then Saturday, Sunday, Monday, the week following. So lots and lots of stuff going on here. And a potential one-shot coming up in the near future. So thanks for watching. Very much appreciate each and every one of you. I don't know if there's anybody on that I could just send you guys to. Oh yeah, there's tons of people, aren't there? Let's once again drop you over to Covert. It's a pretty good dude. He's nice. I hope everybody enjoyed the stream tonight. If you're not already doing so, feel free to give us a follow and catch up with us whenever we are live every week here, every session. We are going to create Covert. There you go. So yeah, see you guys on Wednesday for Civil War Empire. And then beyond that, that's it. Have a good night, guys.